Hello. Hello, everybody. I hope all of y'all are doing well. Hello, everybody. I hope all of you all are doing well. I hope you can hear me and see me. Good morning. I apologize. I am a couple minutes late. So I was just trying to gather some what's the word? Material. I was trying to get to my crystal deck that I have. So just gathering all that stuff. I hope you can hear me. I hope you can see me. Give me 2 thumbs up if you can hear me and see me. Good morning. All right, there we go. All right, perfect. Let me start off by first acknowledging everybody. Amaryllis, good morning. Pamela Strutman, good morning. Scout Inquirer, good morning. I know, you know what? It is crazy here. The wind is just crazy. We have a huge windmill, in the backyard, which shows, north, south, whatever. And that whole thing, it's solid wood. It toppled over. So it made such a big noise that in the middle of the night, both of us, Mark, got up, and of course Bernie was right there because he's like, what can I do to help? Oh no, it's too windy. I'm going back inside. So, and we put it back up, and then sure enough, in the morning when I got up, Mark had to leave very, very early in the morning. He actually left at 4:30. So when I got up and, it kind of got a little light, that thing had toppled over again. I'm like, whatever. So here you go. Crazy weather though. Tammy Melton, Brenda Chake, Art Tate, Verde, good morning, good morning. Pauline, good morning. Persephone, good morning. Cecile, good morning. Good morning, Texas Patriot. Verde, good morning. Crystal Pink, good morning. Christine, good morning. Mary Ganutz, good morning. Oops, and I scrolled too fast. Susan, good morning. Pinata Samurai, hey, good morning. I haven't seen you in a while. Leo Brian, hi. Wait, I guarantee I Christine, good morning. Kuba Lakeland, good morning. Cecile, good morning. My Manx 100, hello. Betsy, good morning. Claire Burrows, good morning. Let me try saying that name because I don't want to be disrespectful. Betsy, I apologize. I don't know how to pronounce your last name. Jesus or okay, Jesus. I don't know, honey. And I apologize if I'm not saying it right. I seriously apologize. Araceli, hey, Araceli. Good to see you. Good morning, Kathleen Cheney. I know the wind is like, what the hell is going on with all this wind? Okay, good. Okay, here we go. So I want to start off with some drama. Don't we all some love drama? I love me some drama every single day. Yeah, we gotta have some drama. Hey, mosquito bait. Hey, good morning. So okay, let me start out with some drama. I got an email last night from somebody whose name I shall not mention, who says it is very annoying, okay, because I keep sniffling and I keep doing this. And they find it very annoying and very, what was the word the individual used? I'm not even going to say if it's a he or she. They find it very annoying and, oh my God, let me look at no, I don't want to open my emails because then it'll get me all riled up. And that it was very, oh my God, I'm going to say it, very ghetto. Y'all, for a fraction of a second, I got so riled up and I was like, ding dong, ding along, then why are you watching? Bugger off, right? Look, y'all, let me say this. I have major allergies, okay? I don't need to explain myself as to why I'm using a piece of tissue. At least you're glad I'm not doing this with my shirt or my blouse or whatever. Come on, right? And I always have a box of tissues, and sometimes when I don't, I have to run out and grab one because it's in the the laundry room, where we keep, like all of us, we keep our stuff. And so for a fraction of a second, I was a little bit annoyed, and I was like, who the hell is this? Where did you crawl out from? Just crawl right back in and go away. So, and I thought to reply to the email and basically have them let them have it. And then I was like, oh my goodness, whatever. That's a waste of my time. So I'm sure that individual is now here watching, okay, because that individual claims that he or she, watches all of my videos. So watching all of my videos, you're still annoyed with the fact that I do this and I keep sniffling. So for you ding dong, ding along, take that. Okay, so I couldn't be bothered with people like that. It is just ridiculous. Where do these people come from even? I don't get it, y'all. I don't get it, right? I find it annoying too because I really struggle with major allergies. It's not a joke. And, it is a nightmare. People don't understand, for those of us, it's not that we're being fussy and we're being like, oh, high maintenance. No, it's like you start sneezing, your eyes start watering, your eyes get itch and literally swell up. And scientifically, they've also said, they've come out with new research has said that taking antihistamines over a long period of time is not good for you. And I try to manage it the best I can without taking medicines like prescribed medicines or over the counter or whatever. I try, I do the nasal spray. It's just nothing but saline spray, right, which you get at Walgreens or whatever. You spray it into both your nostrils and you let it be for a little bit, and then it basically cleans out whatever pollen or whatever allergens might be stuck around there, because we all have nose hairs, right, or in the mucous membrane. And I, oftentimes I've carried around a little box of Vicks, and my mom is the one who told me, she goes, just put a little bit of Vicks around your nostrils, just a light coating of it, because it's a little waxy and thick. So if there's anything, it'll stick around there, and then you wipe it off and reapply it again and that sort of stuff. And it's transparent. Nobody knows the better, except that you'll be smelling of Vicks all day long. And that scent of Vicks is ingrained in my brain. But after a while, what started happening is, because I was using it so often around the nostrils, I started getting like red because of the menthol in Vicks. So then I realized I was actually becoming sensitive to the Vicks itself. So I had to stop that. So y'all, seriously, that email, I was like, I can't. So there's my drama. How about that? We got a dose of drama out. We got a little bit of rant out. We got a little bit of my sniffles out. So here we go. We're all set. Right? Oh my God. Now I can laugh about it, because it's like, yeah, my God, people. Okay. Texas Patriot. Oh, Texas Patriot. You and I will talk later. Of course, you know that. Yeah, I can't believe it. It's like crazy. And then this individual claims that they watch all of my videos. So if me sniffling and using a tissue is so annoying to you, how in God's world are you watching all my videos? I'm like, oh my God, you're a nut job. Just crawl back to wherever you came from and just hush and leave us alone. I think these people just come about here and say all this crapola stuff just to kind of, derail us and to kind of, that sort of a stuff. I'm like, whatever, people, attention seeking, get a life, right? Get a life. Okay. Oopsie. Come on, baby. So, all right, so I think we did touched a little bit on crystals one time. I have a little bit of information, my whatchamacall, I wouldn't call it my holy grail book or the Bible per se, but it is something that it concises everything, so I'm not going to share the title and all that with you folks, I don't want to, but so let's go to, so when we do cleansing, so let's get straight into this, right? So when we talk about cleansing, I need a heavy weight on this. I'm just going to use this big old thing. Come on, baby. Stay there. So let's talk about crystals and even allergies, and how they could help us cleanse and recenter ourselves, and all that kind of stuff. So yes, Texas Patriots is drama, rant, sniffles. We are off to a great start, girl. I'm telling you, we are. We so are. Cuba Lakeland says, tell them you have allergies because of rude comments like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. For a fraction of a second, I truly, truly wanted to send out a stinker of an email, and I was like, yeah, screw it. Oh, pardon me, to heck with it. So, allergies and snoring dogs and all that stuff. So let's get to this. So when we talk about crystals, right, we do understand, a lot of people, they may think, oh, this is bah humbug, but you folks, the very fact that y'all are here, obviously y'all are educated and you are knowledgeable about how all of us as human beings, we are one way or the other, interconnected with each other, because we're all sources of energies, and it's all of this collective energy that makes the universe, and vice versa. So we feed off each other's energies. We, whether we know it or not, consciously or subconsciously, think about that when we go to a situation or a location where there are a multitude of people. They talk about herd mentality. Well, we all know what herd mentality means, right? You look it up in the dictionary, but let's take it down to a deeper level. How, like, let's say you're standing in line in a grocery store. Okay, let's just use that as an example. You're do on your phone, you're loud, all of a sudden you look up and you see somebody over there who's like agitated, who has like a weird, odd energy, and subconsciously, whether you realize it or not, the one side of your brain says, whoever this person is having a problem, but the other side, whether you realize it or not, we do pick up some energy. That energy does I don't want to use the word imprint on us, but does affect us. That energy will infiltrate into our energy sphere. So why does that happen? How does that happen? Why? I mean, they're a completely different entity, completely different human being, completely different individual. They're 10 feet away from us, 20 feet away from us, and still we sense that. Well, it's all the energy fields, right? How we are all part of each other in one way or the other. Am I making sense? Having said that, now let's talk about crystals. Crystal is from the earth, correct? Right? As is water, as is energy, as is air, as it, fire, everything. It's all part of what makes us as a whole, because you cannot do one without the other. You cannot have one without the other. So crystals coming from the earth, they have a lot of energy in them. They have, for lack of a better term, they are a source of energy, because they have absorbed everything from the earth, from the atmosphere, everything, because crystals are not manufactured in the lab, at least not the genuine ones. They come out of the earth, they come out of quarries, so they already have all that energy in them. That's why crystals are a very, very, very powerful source of energy. How you use that energy, how you manage that energy, how you harness that energy, how you control even, it really makes a lot of difference in us. So that's a little bit about crystal. So let's talk about the clearing, how to clear your energy fields, right? So when this is a lot of work, y'all. We'll get into what type of crystals you need to use and all that later. So when we talk about energy clearing, right? So you want the energy, right? Let's say we are standing on a flat surface on earth, right? On a piece of dirt. So energy comes in through our feet, energy comes in through the atmosphere. We absorb energy from all around us. So when we want to clear out energy, right, you want to clear it and put it back, right? Go downwards and out. So let me draw my stick figure, y'all. Don't laugh at my stick figure, okay? So let's, oh my God, y'all are going to laugh. I promise y'all are going to laugh. Well, that should have been one hand. So, okay, let me hold this just to back it up, because there we go. So we are standing here. So when you use energy, you want to go from the top to the bottom. I mean, when you want to cleanse, right? You go from the top to the bottom. Don't go from the bottom to the top. Be very, very careful about that. Don't make the mistake of just like, say, oh, I'll start at my toes and go all the way up to, no, you're cleansing. So you want it all gone down, right? So that is the direction that you need to use a crystal to cleanse your energy. Now, we can do this a whole bunch of ways, right? You can actually lay down on the floor, or you can stand up and have, arms out like that and have somebody cleanse you down, right? So when you cleanse, there are always 5 areas. So if you're standing straight like this, right? I'm going to draw these lines. Right? When you do this, so going from the top, 5, from the outside of your fingertips, when you stand here, then you have 1 here, like say around your shoulders, 1 the center, right? And the same likewise. So have them hold that crystal and cleanse you all the way from the top to the bottom. Okay, so this is if you have somebody help you. If you don't, what do? You can't do all of that, right? So then what you do, you lay down on a flat surface. Now, do I need to lay down on the bed? Do I need to lay down on background? It's a tile floor, it's a wooden floor. Let's leave all that aside. You can just lay down on the bed, to make things easy, practical, that sort of a thing. Just lay down on the bed. You know roughly the outline of your body, right? So when you see the outline of the body, let's use the same picture. So you have the outline of your body, right? You know how you lay down. So when you use crystals, always get a crystal on the top, right? Place a crystal on top. Place one at either ends, okay? And again, your feet. No, y'all. No, that's not looking good. So here, let me do this. Hang on. What I'm trying to say is, okay? So you place a crystal. Okay, so if you're going to do this by yourself, right? I have this here. Hopefully you guys can see I'm terrible at this. Okay, so the little stars that I've drawn, that's where you place crystals. So the 1 star in the middle, that's going to be on your abdomen, literally on your belly button. This is going to be right above your crown chakra, if you want to call it that for whatever reason. And 1 at the almost at the end or just below your palms on either side, and 1 by your feet. So lay these crystals down, okay? And when you lay, and I'll get to what kind of crystals to use and all that. Once you lay these crystals down, you meditate, or you just, hey, you want to fall asleep? Go fall asleep. Trust me. You do it on a regular basis, you will automatically see how this, you may not feel it the very first time. You'll be like, I don't know, I'm not too sure what. I don't know, I can't tell what I feel. That's okay, right? Did you do it for 5 minutes? Did you do it for 10 minutes? Can you do it for half an hour? Can you do it for 20 minutes? What time of the day do we have to do it? We'll get into that. So the first time you do it, just lay there and you'll be like, nothing's happening. Don't think like that. Get that out of your mind, okay? Just lay there. If you fall asleep, you fall asleep, okay? If you are wide awake and your mind is wandering, that's fine. If you can meditate, meditate. But you will see over a period of time how the energy of the crystal, your body will absorb. And whatever is positive will remain, and whatever is negative will be eliminated from your body. It will take a little bit of time, okay? I have never heard anybody come and tell me, Kirtana, I did it, and the very first day I saw effects. Because you don't know what you're supposed to feel, right? Even if it is having a mild effect on your body, you don't know. You don't know, how is it supposed to feel? I cannot put it into words, but trust me, you will feel it. The energy will change around you. You will feel a little bit of de-stressing. You will feel a little, I don't know, I just feel like I was able to go to bed. I mean, I slept really good that night. Little things like that. And then when you go back and think about, oh yeah, it is the crystals, right? So this is one thing that you can do if you're living by yourself. You don't have somebody to do the top to bottom, because that's the actual cleansing 5 times, right? From top to bottom, there are certain prayers you can say, or say your own prayers, right? Whatever you want, whatever your intentions. With this crystal, I cleanse my energy field of all negativity. It's as simple as that. With this crystal, I cleanse my body of all negative energy. say it 5 times, that's good enough. If you can't, do this, y'all. Lay down on your bed, okay? Get the 5 crystals and just place it around and just lay it still for a little bit, okay? So that's a simple way of doing it. Now let's get into a little bit of, I'm referring to my little and one thing, like I say, for everything, right, whenever you start something like this, like the esoteric cleansing type of thing, your intention is the most important thing, right? What are your intentions? Because that is the strongest, most powerful tool you bring to the table. So make sure your intention is good, okay? Now we'll get into a whole bunch of stuff here. I'm not going to show this online because, copyrights, and I'm referring to a whole bunch of books and stuff that I have collected over the years, and I have tried, and it has made absolute sense. I'm not even going to get into the type of crystals because we'll do that in a little bit. Actually, maybe I will. Okay, so it's the same as this, y'all. Remember that day I showed you these crystal cards? I'll go into that. So black tourmaline, as we all know, this is available on the web. Black tourmaline, as we all know, it realigns the body structure and it deflects negative energy, okay? So I'm just going to go through a few. Smoky quartz, it again energizes the body and calms the mind, okay? Hematite, energizes the body and anchors life energy. Obsidian releases trapped feelings and grounds body, mind, and spirit. Oh my God, there's so many. Look at this. I could go through all of this, right? Then I'm going to pick some from here. Citrine enhances your self-esteem. It helps you with manifestation. Clear quartz, again, psychic abilities, okay? It enhances your intuition and mental clarity. That's beautiful. Emerald has very, very good healing and recovery energies about it. And it also helps, I tell people a lot when they have, let's face it, a lot of us, do have image issues, right? Oh, we're not good looking enough, or we don't feel this enough or that enough. Using emerald, because emerald also signifies beauty and, that sort of a stuff. And also I know this sounds cuckoo for a lot of people, but it's true. Past life negative issues, right? So unconditional love. They also say for those who are not finding a match, or they're struggling, they're not getting married, or they want to, or whatever, emerald set in silver, wearing it on your ring finger, or set in gold, depending on what your sun sign and your star sign and nakshatra is, it helps in clearing the obstacles in terms of issues that you might be having by, I've been with so-and-so for so long, and, he hasn't proposed or she hasn't proposed or whatever. It kind of helps in that. We'll get into that another time because that will be another tangent over there. Then I won't do that. Golden topaz. Let's talk about golden topaz. If somebody is lacking confidence in themselves, you use golden topaz. Now, do you have to run out and buy all 5 golden topaz, all 5 emeralds, no, you don't need to buy all of them. You don't have to have all 5. If you are doing a proper energy cleansing, then yes, you can do this. Maybe this, this part of it, you can do it once in 3 months or once in 6 months or whatever. And there are different crystals you can use for that, okay? But then again, if you want to focus on certain parts of the body, certain issues, like for example, golden topaz, if you're lacking confidence, right? Golden topaz will help. Now, what do? Where do you place the golden topaz? You're comfortable? Place it on your on top of the crown, right? Crown chakra. Otherwise, just place it on your heart. If you have just one crystal, that's fine. Place it on your heart, confidence, right? Or place it on your belly button, right? That sort of a thing. You don't have to have 5 of everything, just so you know. So let's see. I'll leave that. That's all. Hematite is really, really good because it is very good for self-healing, and also for those of you who might be struggling with let's say you have a court case going on, and then it's dragging on. We all know how that happens, child support, alimony, job, whatever the situation may be. Hematite really helps with that. It helps clear the blockages, okay? Believe it or not, it does. I mean, it's crystals are amazing. Okay, we'll leave that. So jet is another crystal, okay? That I would say it's not a very, very common crystal. For people who who find it difficult to let go when a loved one has passed. They are unable to wrap their heads around it, and that grief they're still hanging on. Jet does help with that. Let's leave that. Malachite is great to protect yourself from negative energy. Malachite is awesome. Y'all, go online and look up, okay? There are any number of sites out there that tell you what crystals will help with and what crystals are used for what. So go ahead and look that up, right? Because I can't go through the list. There are a gazillion of them. But on the other hand, like I said, you don't have to have 5 of everything. Please don't go and waste your money like that. You really don't. And then we'll talk about the size of the crystal too. You don't need something this big, right? You get it? This is huge. Look about it. That's huge. Where did I even buy it from? Oh, the sticker is still on. I can't topple it over with one hand. You don't need something that big, right? You get a crystal this big is enough, or even something small. But make sure it is the real deal. Don't go. Look at this. Oh. Let me see this, right? That small is also good, but make sure it's a real deal. Don't go and get a piece of plastic. Be careful when you're blind. There are a lot of people out there who sell fake stuff, made in a lab and all that. Don't do all that stuff. So now moonstone is very good for fertility. Okay, now when I talk about fertility, yes, it could be fertility as in like I'm unable to conceive type of a thing, or it could be anybody who's struggling with fertility issues either. What do I mean by fertility issues? Like, I don't know, maybe you have some the feminine organs, if you will. If you're having issues with that, yes, absolutely, moonstone does help. Let's not do that. Onyx is a great crystal to boost somebody's sense of responsibility and empower their responsibility. And also onyx is good to be able to have that staying power, that sort of a thing. Now, if you're having a child or a teenager who's being a little, naughty, like I said, you do your candle work and all that, appropriate colored candles, onyx crystals. See, when I do my candle work, I use a multitude of things. If I have the appropriate crystals, I add it to my little candle work. The specific color candle, all those things. The more you build that, the more energy you are going to be having. If you don't worry about it. Like, don't flip out. Oh my God, she said this, and this. I don't have this, so I'm flipping out. Don't do that. Use what you have, okay? Now, peridot is something interesting because a lot of people feel like, when you have had a recent breakup or whatever like that, it's a little bit difficult to let go of that, right? It is difficult. So peridot helps with that. And again, be careful, because when you talk about emerald, peridot, and green topaz and all that, right? I mean, of course, now we're getting into gemstones. They all look alike. You should know what to look for and how you can differentiate. And y'all, please, listen. Don't go and spend $1 gazillion on crystals. It doesn't have to be as big as a softball or as big as a golf-sized ball even, or as big as a baseball or basketball. It doesn't. Make sure it could be a really small one. Literally, it could be this big. This is carnelian. You see this? This is probably too big. This is my little thingamajiggy. It could be that big, but make sure it's a real deal. That's the key here. Make sure it's a real deal, okay? I'm going to get into how you... Hang on, you all. I just want to go through a little bit of this. Now, red jasper is awesome. Red jasper really helps in somebody struggling. They can't sleep, insomnia. I don't know how. I mean, I don't know why. I'm not under any stress, but I can't sleep. What do I do? Okay. Red jasper helps in that. Really does. I'm not looking at the, what do you call? Excuse me, I'm not looking at the comments. Okay, so let's leave that. We don't need that. Ruby is a gemstone. It's not necessarily a crystal, but for those of you who have a lot of weird dreams and all that stuff, that'll help ground you. It's like scattered dreams or scary dreams. Ruby will help you, believe it or not. Sapphire. Now, I'll tell you something with sapphires. Y'all, there are some stones, some crystals. Yeah, sapphire, again, we're getting into gemstones now. Be very careful because I don't know if I should share this, because people then will get all confused. Ruby and sapphires are actually gemstones, but you wouldn't be using sapphire or a ruby if in the form of a crystal, because it's a gemstone. Now, if you happen to have a ring, a pair of earrings, a pendant that has a ruby or a gemstone or whatever, emerald or sapphire, that's fine. You can use it too, right? But again, be careful. Now, sapphire and diamond being the stones for Saturn, and then you have a yellow topaz and yellow sapphire being stones for Jupiter, and then you have the pearl for the moon, and this, that, and the other. If you're getting into gemstones, you be careful, because you really need to know what your chart says. If you have a little bit of a drama going on among the planets in your chart, then by wearing one particular stone, it may aggravate that particular planet even more. So it's best to leave gemstones aside unless you're absolutely certain what their placements are in your chart, and just do crystals. Okay, you get what I'm saying? I hope so. So let's okay, another thing I want to say is, let's talk about these are very, very thing. Now, we talk about elements, right? Again, air, water, fire, and earth, right? So, Kirtana, I don't have crystals. I don't have the funds to go buy crystals. What do I do? Okay, a cup of water, y'all. A cup of clear water. No need to go and get distilled water and purified water and what's that, Perrier and Evian and all. Just a cup of water from your kitchen tap. Just fill up a little bit of water, okay? Energize the water first. Energize the water. Now, this is slightly veering off of crystal, and I'll tell you why. So when you wake up in the morning, I think I've discussed this in one of my live streams. So get a cup of water, okay? And first thing in the morning, all right, before you have your coffee, whatever, get a cup of water. Energize that water, okay? Activate that water with whatever intentions you want. Let's say you're feeling a little low and you're a little bit concerned about your love life, or a little bit concerned about a loved one or a child or whatever. Energize that water. Simple thing, with this water, I empower my XYZ, or, I'm going to whatever your intention is. Energize it, and just for a couple of seconds, no need to light a candle, no need to meditate over it 100 times or nothing. Just take a couple minutes, energize that water, shut your eyes and put your intention in that, okay? Just put your intention in that cup of water, right? Put your intention. 60 seconds, y'all, 90 seconds, drink that water, okay? Then, same thing. So you don't have money to spend on all these crystals and this, that, and the other. That's totally fine. So get a cup of water, energize it with whatever your intention is, and keep it on your crown chakra. Like, you know what I mean? You're not going to put it on your head and do the balancing act. Lay down on a flat surface. If you're laying on the bed, then yeah, that's probably going to topple down. Lay down on a flat surface and just keep it right above your crown chakra on the ground, and just meditate. See, water cleanses everything, right? And water re-energizes anything. The most important thing for us, more than food, solids, is water, right? So think about that for a second. Try that. It does help with emotions, though. It really does. It really, really does. I have done that, used water therapy like this in cleansing and re-energizing for people who have been going through some psychological issues and serious psychological issues, and it does help. Believe it or not, it does. Okay, so let's leave all that. Trying to get to smoky quartz. I'm trying to get to crystals that are freely available, right? I mean, it's not like you have to go to, I don't know where, South Pole, and find the crystal because it's available only there. No, these are freely available. People who are saying kind of obstructions in their career, right? If you have an issue with your career, it's like I'm stagnating, I am having some drama at work, or I just want to clear the energy. Smoky quartz is a great, great, great thing to be able to not only achieve success with your career, but also clear any blockages as far as your career is concerned. That's a beautiful one. So tiger's eye is another very, very, very nice semi-precious stone, more than quartz. It's a beautiful stone. I love tiger's eye. For those of you who are a little bit fearful, maybe, I don't know what the term is, the phobia is going out in public or whatever, or just fearful of a situation, or even domestic abuse, y'all, fearful, tiger's eye will help. It will empower you. Tiger's eye can be quite powerful, okay? All right, I'm trying to get to the ones that are turquoise. Lacking communication. If you're having issues in terms of communicating with somebody, I don't know. Issues with communicating with somebody, or you just feel that, you feel that, no matter what I say or do, this person is not why can't you understand? Why can't she understand? That sort of a thing. Turquoise will help with that. Hang on one second. Yes. Okay, so one thing I want to state, everybody, is, let me do my disclaimer because I forgot all about that, okay? So this is just my observations. These are my opinions. This is something that I've used over the years. This is something that I have had helped me personally. This is for entertainment purposes. Y'all, I'm sorry, I have to do the disclaimer. Do your own diligence, do your own research, form your own opinions, okay? And the most important thing I want to make known, this is a disclaimer, y'all. I am not a doctor. I am not a medical provider. I am not a nurse. I am not trying to, I'm not offering any medical advice. If you all have any medical issues, please go seek a qualified, certified, licensed medical practitioner. I am not a medical practitioner. I am not offering medical advice. Disclaimer. Okay. So carnelian. Oh, carnelian. Y'all, you know how I love my carnelian, right? Look at this baby. I just love this guy. Look at this. Beautiful, beautiful. Carnelian is so beautiful, y'all. This one is carnelian too. I have a couple of other carnelians that I think when some y'all, like I sent out gift boxes that somebody had won. I think I'd sent out carnelian keychains also to somebody. Y'all, that's all you need. But don't go buy the plastic one. Carnelian is great, okay? Carnelian is another one of those crystals that you can use if y'all are having, I shouldn't say y'all, I can't assume. If anybody is struggling with physical abuse, if anybody is struggling with, let me turn this off. Hang on, you guys, because she's always watching out for me. I love her. She's such an awesome person. God bless her. So let me read this out again. Double whammy disclaimer. If you are ill and need medical attention, please seek medical help and advice. Do your own research and due diligence and form your own opinions and conclusions. So I've said it twice now, so we're good. Okay, carnelian. It will help with, if there is a situation where you might be in an abusive relationship. It will help you build your confidence within yourself, self-trust, and give you that strength to make the decisions. Look, we all know this, right? We all know this. It's very difficult for people, they say that time and time and again, well, if you were being abused for so many years, you could have left at any time. It's so difficult, y'all. I mean, unless and until you are in that situation, you cannot comprehend why a lot of these people cannot leave. Oh, it happened once, it happened twice. You should have left the second time. Okay, first time you didn't know, but second time you should have. I mean, I've had people talk like that, and it makes me want to get up and go there and smack them in the face. It's like, you don't realize what these victims are going through. Okay, read about the Stockholm syndrome. It's a psychological issue, it's a mental issue. They cannot. It's very, very difficult. And we don't know, because we are not in their situation, how difficult it is for these women to do it. Oh my God, you think it's as easy as just getting up and walking away? And y'all, it's not just physical abuse, it's mental abuse, emotional abuse, verbal abuse. It's very difficult. Like, I have had cases, okay, I'm going to go a little into that. Husband and wife, both attorneys. Okay, they met in the law firm, they were working, fell in love, got married, awesome, knew each other for 7 years before they decided to date, ended up getting married. They are not a little spring chicken. Both of them were in the early 40s, so decided to get married, and everything was fine. Literally 8 months down the line, all hell breaks loose, because she started seeing this guy would come home and just basically like verbally abuse her, like trash her, not physically. No, never once raised a hand on her or nothing. Just like foul language and demeaning her and disrespecting her and all that. So of course, and of course, once they got married, they couldn't work in the same attorney's office or whatever. So she moved to another company, and so another law firm. And so she was like, how come, like, you would never used to be like this, and what's going on and all, and then jotted it down to stress at work, and jotted it down to pressure and difficult cases and this and that and all of that. Well, hey, went on for 2.5, 3 years. But other than that, he would be fine. He would calm down, and he would be like, I'm so sorry, stress at work, this and that and all that. And then, oh, let's go out for dinner, let's go out for a movie, and come back. And it was literally Jekyll and Hyde. And there you go again with the verbal abuse. So she was like, what the hell is going on here? And she's not like a educated person, an attorney. And finally, it took her about 3.5, 4 years to actually call it quits and walk out on him. Never a physical abuse, okay, but verbal abuse every single day. Educated person, accomplished person. She was not financially dependent on him. So it's very difficult, we can't just blindly... I just have a message for Sherlyn. I should probably let her know. It's not her. I know what that is. Sherlyn, I did your stuff for you yesterday. So Sherlyn says, if somebody gets passed as they have to deal with Texas patriot, and I pity the soul on that. I don't know what that is. Okay, I won't scroll through that. So that's Carly Ilian. So let's talk about blue topaz. Again, we are kind of going into a little bit of gemstone type of thing. Okay, blue topaz is another beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stone. It helps with wisdom. If you feel somebody is being very immature, or, hey, grow up, blue topaz would help. Maturity. All right, I'm trying to get through all this, because these are... black tourmaline, azurite. Aquamarine, compassion. Okay, that will help with that. Okay, let's leave that, because y'all, there's so many of these crystals. We can't go through all of that. I'm just going to kind of... So let's talk a couple of things, right? When we want to talk about aligning our bodies, right? When we talk about aligning our bones and our muscles and that sort of a stuff, right? How do we do it? Let me pull this forward. How do we... No, what the hell is going on? How do we do it? Well, black tourmaline will really help. So when we talk about this, when we talk about aligning our bones and aligning our muscles, etc., you remember this little guy we drew? So let's go down one like that. Got to do it at a diagonal. Okay, so this is confusing. Okay, so let me see. So forget the stars. Forget the stars, because the stars are not. I'm just doing one drawing, y'all. I can't do 101 drawings. So then you see the little lines with the little blobs in the end. So when you want to align, you always want to do it on an axis. So in this case, you will do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You'll need 6 stones. 6 crystals. So when you're aligning, wanting to align your bones and your muscles, etc., then you will, instead of going north, south, east, and west, you're going to do at a diagonal. So slightly off center. You see the little crystal ball. Y'all, hang on. So you will do one like that. Okay. It will be like this at a diagonal. This is how you place the crystals if you want to align your I'm sorry, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 crystals. That's how it's going to be. Okay. And this I'm going to say is if you don't have any, if you don't have 8, if you don't have 6, get one and place it on your navel. On your navel. That's going to help in aligning bones and muscles. Okay, I'm going to try and cover as much as I can. Now, this is very, very, very important, because a lot of us do have migraines, right? We do have y'all, how many of us struggle with migraines? So we can use smoky quartz, carnelian, serpentine, and amethyst. Okay. Again, please make sure you get the real deal. So when you do lay down, right, you can use any one of these stones, or you can use just one of them. Okay. Or use all of them if you want. But when you do this, okay, I will say pick the stone and lay them in a straight line, starting from your crown chakra, your or your head, wherever, and throat chakra, on your heart, on your navel, and between 2 feet. So how will that go? Maybe I need more paper, so that way we can. How do you place it? Hang on. So for this, you start at the top, you start there, okay, at the navel and between your 2 feet. So head, right, throat, right, chest, heart, navel, between both feet. Okay, this is for those of us who have migraine issues. Okay, and the stones you can use are smoky quartz, carnelian, serpentine, and amethyst. Now let's say you don't have all of them, you have one, then use it on your crown chakra. Okay, and that's almost like a standard recipe kind of a thing, like the base for all your stuff. If you don't have all these multiple stones and you can place them wherever and all that stuff, always you could go straight to the crown chakra. Okay, that's like the center of everything, right? Go straight to the crown chakra, and that's just fine too, now if you're talking about this, you have, the smoky quartz, the carnelian, the serpentine, and the amethyst. Then the smoky quartz will go right on top. Okay, your carnelian will go, throat chakra, and your serpentine will go in your chest and your navel, and between your feet you use your amethyst. Now I will tell you this though, if you feel like, no Kirtana, I don't want to do it in that order, I want to move the crystals and place it differently, hey, go for it, because you will sense the energy in your body. Okay, it's not me. Sometimes you have to use, maybe use the amethyst on top, and maybe use the smoky quartz between your feet. It depends. You can move it around. But to make life simple, just get one of them and just keep it at the crown chakra. That really does help. Okay, so let us, or you can even keep it on your temple. This is another one which is my favorite, and I have used this and this has helped me. So let's talk about Let's talk about digestive issues. Those of you irritable bowel syndrome, I'm trying to keep this so that this page doesn't flap on. Irritable bowel syndrome. If you are dealing with basically, anything digestive issues, then I would say ruby. Ruby is a real. Of course, now we're getting into gemstones. Ruby is something that really, really, really will help. Now, traditionally, you will need 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so one on top, one on each side, right? One on each side of the knee and one between your feet. Now, ruby is an expensive gemstone. It's not some, at least if you want the genuine one, not the one that's made in the lab. So what do? So if you have a ring, if you have something like that, a piece of jewelry, maybe a earring, or it doesn't matter whether it's set in silver or gold or platinum or I don't know, moonstone, moon metal or whatever. So if you have a ruby ring or whatever, earring, a pendant or whatever, and you have only one of them, now this is very key. If you have only one, keep it on your navel, because this is regarding your digestive system. So keep it on your navel. Okay, and yes, I'm just telling you where to keep these stones, and next I'll tell you how long you do it, what you do it, etc. So keep it on your navel, and that should help a lot. Okay. Come on, buddy. So those of us who have issues with our nervous system, right? If we what's the word? Yeah, the nervous system. What am I trying to think in my head? A jet, which is that black stone, a jet and amber. So typically you would get 1 jet and 4 ambers. Okay, so when you lay down, remember I showed you that figurine. If you're by yourself, all you need to do is lay down, right? My stick figures are awesome, aren't they? So you're by yourself, you don't have anybody to help you, you lay down, okay? And you know approximately your body when you lay on the bed or the mat or wherever, where it basically lies. So you set the stones and then go lay down and then appropriately adjust the stones, right? I mean, we're by ourselves. So if you're doing this, the jet will come between the 2 feet. If you're going to use all of these stones, 5 stones, 1 jet and 4 amber. Again, keep in mind now amber, we're getting into slightly more expensive stuff, right? So you keep 1 jet between the 2 feet, and amber on top of your crown chakra, 1 in each palm of your hand, okay? And 1 at the crotch, literally at the crotch. Okay? So that's how you would do this. This would really help. So if you have somebody who can really, 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 truly help you, right? Then what you do is lay flat on your stomach. With just comfortable, lay flat on your stomach and get this person to place the amber on the base of your spine. Okay, absolute bottom. Place it over there. So you can do it here, base of the spine, or you can go all the way to the bottom of your tailbone and place the amber over there and just lay down. Just lay down. If you have somebody who can do this for you, that would really help, and that also helps with aligning the spinal system, spinal cord. Oh, okay. So are you all ready? This is regarding maintaining hormones and skin. Okay, so I'll get into what kind of a sheet you use. Do you just lay down on the hard surface floor? See, you can get into details of it, and you can use specific colors, white and red and blue, and there are specific colors for all of this. But me, it's like, we don't want to go on a shopping spree and spend $1 gazillion and get everything and do it. Y'all just take a plain bed sheet, plain bed sheet, and just lay it on the floor and just lay on top of that. If the bed sheet is yellow, that's fine. If it is blue, that's fine. Whatever color it is. But I mean, hey, Kirtana, I only have white bed sheets. Okay, then use just white bed sheets. Oh, all my bed sheets are black. Well, what are you going to do? Run out and buy another bed sheet for that? No. Use what y'all have. Hey, Kirtana, I have carpet in my house. Okay, that's fine. But, you want the area to be at least a little clean. So lay something on top of that, okay? That sort of a thing. So for your, you can either use clear quartz or moonstone. Now, when you do this and you lay down for your hormones and skin, on top, Crown chakra is so important. Literally, if you are paying attention, you'll realize that almost every one of these, we have one at the crown chakra, one on either side of the shoulder, one on your navel, and one on by your feet. Okay, you can use clear quartz, or you can use moonstones. This would really help. But one thing I'll tell you, clear quartz, yes, you do that 1, 2, 3, your navel and by your feet. For moonstones, you can do one on your crown chakra, one on either shoulder, and your pelvic bone, one on the left and one on the right, your hip bone. Okay, you can do that. So we won't get into all of that. We won't get into, okay, we can do this detoxifying the body. This is very, very interesting. Okay, so you can use smoky quartz and you can use clear quartz. Now I would say sulfur, but a lot of people are allergic to sulfur. Don't even. I am allergic to sulfur, so we won't. Smoky quartz and clear quartz. So smoky quartz, keep it between your toes, right? And the clear quartz, you can keep it at your below your navel, okay, and above your what do they call that, the cervix? Yeah, you place it there below your navel and above your crotch, you know what I mean. So that really helps. Okay, positioning stones are important. Positioning stones or crystals are important. But I'll tell you one thing, if it gets too complicated, y'all, don't worry, don't fret and say, oh my God, she said this, oh my God, I'm not placing it right, oh my God, it's too high, she said the navel, but now this is like below my navel. Don't worry about those things. Worst case scenario, you're like, all this is too complicated. All this is too complicated. Lay down and keep it on top of your crown chakra. Worst case scenario, Kirtana, I don't even want to do, that's fine. Lay down, hold it in your hand and keep it. How when we lay down, we just, some of us, well, I shouldn't use this word, but it's like, when people pass, how they have their hands like this. So just have the stone crystal between both your palms and just lay down like that. That's it. Okay, I don't want to lay down like this. Okay, hold it in one hand, whichever your dominant hand. So don't get too drawn into the placements and lose it like that, because that can get very confusing and people kind of fret and they be like, oh my God, I realize now that you said to keep it on the navel. I was keeping it on my heart chakra, and oh my God, does it mean I have to do it all over again? Look, no harm done. This is not an invasive therapy. It's not like you're swallowing something or eating something or applying a balm or anything like that. It's nothing like that. It's not going to cause you any harm, right? It'll have positive effect or no effect, right? So don't fret about those things. Okay. So, well, we went through this. Let me take a look and see if anybody has any questions, and then we can take it from there. Here we go. My trusted guy here. Let's see. Absolutely. This is a fantastic, look, y'all, you can use crystals to heal your pets. You can use crystals to heal yourself, crystals to, in your home, just have your crystals around. Absolutely. Wait, can we use crystals? Yes, I think I just answered that. I would think so. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Yes. Have to be the, what's the question, Kimi? Okay. Those are my favorites. Okay. No. Stones don't. Okay. All right. That's a good point, my Max 100. Y'all, why do we need to polish it? Why? There's no need to make it look prettier. Yeah, for the aesthetics of it. But just by polishing it doesn't in any way diminish the power or the strength or the validity or the source of energy in that crystal. Yeah, gemstones, yeah, the reason they polish it is because you can set it and, and then it's not going to tear and nick yourself and do all those things. And gemstones, you're using it in jewelry, yeah, they polish it because they want to make it. Their focus is more on the aesthetics and the appearance than anything else, right? But no, I have a whole bunch of, this carnelian happens to be polished. I didn't ask for it to be polished. I saw it, I loved it, I'm like getting it, I want it, and I got my carnelian. I think carnelian is more my crystal. it's I've always been drawn to it, always, always, always. And sometimes it's the weirdest thing, y'all. Crystals will draw you. You may not necessarily pick it, they pick you. It's a weird thing. You probably think I'm cuckoo, but trust me, I have seen so many crystals. I have so many crystals in my home. I've got stuff that I put away because the energy activity in the home. There was a time when I went berserk. Okay, well, think about it. Sagittarius, ruled by Jupiter. We never do anything in moderation, right? At least. So I went crazy and I acquired a lot of crystals, tall ones, big ones, and the energy activity in my home was like, oh my goodness, I couldn't deal with it because they're a source of energy. So when you're a medium and a psychic and do all those things, they are spirits also absorb energy, so they are able to communicate with you. And I'm like, I too much. So I had to put away stuff. So I rotate sometimes. Sometimes I'll put something away in a box and I won't even take it out forever and a day. And then I'll be looking for something and I go, oh, let me take this out, and I set it out. But even on my table, y'all, I mean, I had that little tray of that quartz. It was just too much. I set it aside. Now it's not on the table, it's on the side now. And so, yeah, let's answer some questions here. Okay, so please know that cleansing, this is a good question, Brenda Rosen. Okay, don't waste your money about finding. Look, y'all, if it is a genuine crystal and a genuine stone, really, no worries about the what you call the polishing aspect of it. And some of them, depending on what quarry they come from, they could vary in the color gradation, may be a little different. Some are more amethyst, like more purpley, and some of them will be slightly on the lavender side. So it's nature, right? Okay, to answer Barbara Rosen, cleanse the energy of the stone with salt or on a full moon. Y'all, I do not use salt because it will disintegrate certain crystal. Okay, I do not wash with water either. I put it in a little bowl of rice and I stick it by the window, okay, so that it absorbs the moonlight. Sometimes I've taken it with the bowl of rice, put the crystal, and actually left it in the backyard on a full moon. I just leave it in the backyard. I mean, make sure it doesn't get toppled over and all that stuff. I just do that. Now, there's another aspect to cleanse, to ground, to energize your crystal. Take your crystal, okay, you have a little pot, okay, some nice flowering pot at home, right? It doesn't have to be a specific, make sure it's not cactus, right? Oh, I got a story to tell about cactus. I will not allow cactus in my house. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so just dig up the earth, okay, your little crystal, right? You want to put it in a nice sock and put it in that, do that, or just stick it in that. Don't use plastic. Stick the crystal in the earth, and just leave it there for a few days. You want to do it for a whole cycle, moon cycle, or just on the full moon or whatever. Take it off, dust it off. It's all from the earth. No need to wash it. Some crystals you're not supposed to wash anyway with water because it does affect it. And then just set it there on your table. You don't have a pot of dirt in your house, that's fine. Y'all, just stick it on a plate and stick it by your windowsill. That's all you need. Okay, I will tell you though, if you keep it in your garden, dig it in the earth in your backyard. I don't have pots. I just have a whole bunch of plants. I want to put it in the flower bed. Just dig a little hole over there and stick your crystal in the backyard. Just make sure your dog doesn't go and pee on it, or your cat doesn't go and poo on it, or somebody, we have people, who tend to spit a lot. Make sure they don't spit on that spot. You know what I mean, right? So, of course, with my Saint Bernard, oh my God, he needs to pee, he needs to sniff and pee every blade of grass and every grain of dirt when we take him walking particularly. And around my backyard, he's got his spots. So I just let it be. I had so much basil growing in my backyard, really, 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 really good basil. Oh my goodness. I used to use it for cooking all the time. I love it, love it, love it. Until one day I saw Bernie go and pee on it. And I tried to move him away, but he started peeing only on that spot. And so I had to kiss my basil plant goodbye because it just kind of now it does grow, but I won't use it. Then I have a habanero plant. Yeah. Beautiful. It's just yay tall, y'all, and it yields so much. And I let him out to go pee last call, and then I saw him kind of raise his leg there, and I was like, dog, I'm going to come there and I'm going to put a rubber band on your weenie if you pee on my little habanero plant. You need to move on. So we stopped that, nicked it. We do have a strawberry patch, so he won't go and pee on that. We have a blackberry bush, which is it yields a lot. He doesn't go there. And pumpkin patch. Every year we plant one. We haven't been very successful. We got just a little tiny one, and it is kind of, but we just like to experiment. He doesn't go there either, so we're good. Just make sure your animals don't go pee and piss and all that on that. So long story, there we go. We had to go off on a tangent. Look, y'all, there are so many crystals, organized. I'll be honest with you, I don't have every single crystal on the face of the earth. You look into it and see, is that what you really want? I mean, there's some of them that are not as popular, not easily available, and people are like, oh, okay, because it's so rare, I want to go get it. But really, is it of use to you? Do you really need it? Why do you need it? Right? What is the energy about that crystal that you need? Don't just go waste your money. I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm telling you what to do. Don't go and spend your money on something just because it's rare. It may not be suitable to you. So rather invest that money on something that's going to be suitable for you in terms of your energy. Maybe, invest that money in, let's say, for example, just off the top of my head, rose quartz is something that you really enjoy and it's positive. You've experienced the benefits of it. Invest your money and buy another rose quartz. Buy something that you can wear around your neck, that sort of a thing. We can get into the science of this. We can get into the technicalities of, double terminated and this and that and all that. Really, what can I say, y'all? I mean, those are all like, people trying to sell, oh, this is better than that. And y'all, I don't look at that. For me, I don't even look at the size. Is it a genuine crystal? Whether it's double or triple or 10 times over, it really doesn't matter to me. It comes from the earth. Is it genuine? Can I afford it? Done. Now my Max is asking questions, which I mean, of course, please do ask your questions, but it really doesn't matter. In my opinion, I don't pay attention to all that. People who are selling will come up, oh, this is $25 more because it's double terminated on this, whatever. I don't fall for that. Jeanette, oh my God, Jeanette, my website was supposed to go up on Christmas Day. So hopefully it will pretty soon over here. I am just so upset. I haven't been able to get a hold of that fellow because he's on his vacation, winter vacation. So trust me, at the moment it's up, I'm going to announce it. I put a link and announce it. So, okay. So, yeah, no cactus. I will not have. Okay. See, they're pretty. I mean, some of these are so pretty, Uh, it's a very pretty diva. I think I skipped a question. With Larimer, who asked about Larimer? It's a very pretty, it's almost opalescence, but it's almost like a milky baby blue. It's a beautiful stone. I mean, like I said, if it appeals to you, go for it. I mean, seriously, if it appeals to you, go for it. I mean, let me see if I have my little. Hang on, y'all. Where are you, baby? Come here. Come to mama. No? You're hiding from me? Seriously? Oh, I had to say my alphabet. Maybe I'll just call out some of this because I have this beautiful card. I can call that out. See, these people, I don't want a flash sale, y'all. Stop it. See, that's the thing. You got to be careful. Now you're getting into all this weird stuff. Who asked me here about who asked me here about orgonite? Somebody is going off tangent here about orgonite. That's like a mishmash of things. It's like metal shavings and stuff. Why do you? That's, I don't know. Yeah, Cecil, don't worry about it. Opinions vary about blue kyanite is good. It's a good stone. And sometimes, a particular crystal may not necessarily work for you. You have to try something else. So, Kelly B, yeah, let's not suggest about ingesting and stuff. I'm going to remove that particular message. Okay, Kelly B, because I don't want people to misunderstand. That's why I removed that message. So. Please know that a lot of stones don't do well with water, and salt will disintegrate it. On a full moon, preferably, yes, always cleanse on a full moon because you want it to absorb the energy of the earth and the moon. That's why we bury it in the earth and then it absorbs the energy of the moon. I'm trying to see, yeah, I answered that question. I wish there were a love button. That's so cool. Okay, what is let me see. Oh my goodness. Hold on, y'all. I need to go back here. See, one thing I'll tell you. Let's talk about the shape of crystals. It's a natural product. I don't if it looks good, like you've seen over here, some of them look just blur and some of them are interesting. It doesn't matter to me. I just get it because I get it. Maybe I should. I don't even know. Ooh, girlfriend. I don't even know where this one came from, but I didn't even realize I had that. But okay, that's fine. I just remembered. Oh my goodness. I did some boo-boo here. So, okay, let's get back because I'm getting sidetracked. In terms of the shape of it and all that stuff, listen, y'all, I don't pay attention to it. So, somebody had a question over here. I missed it. Who's this? Somebody spoke about what is a generator crystal, right? Mosquito bait. Okay, so when we have crystals, there are certain crystals that will activate or generate more energy. So there are some standard crystals that we have around us, right? Depending, rose quartz, clear quartz, whatever, and they are almost like shaped like, I don't even want to take this out. You see this long one, this, oh my god, this one, you see the tip of it is almost shaped like a bullet, right? The pointed and then it comes down. So they very specifically make those shapes because it is to absorb energy, to direct, to concentrate that energy flow, etc. And if you're using it to kind of, how shall I? It's another level of harnessing the energy around you so that the other crystal that you're using would be more activated or empowered. For lack of a better term, let's just say it's an added energy source. But there are some crystals which are neutral. You use those neutral crystals, okay, as generators. You can't just use any and all crystals as generators. Use those me per se, this is how I do. And those neutral crystals I will use as an added source of energy while I use certain other crystals to do those specific intentions or work. Now, when you're placing crystals on your table, and if they are particular pointed like that, make sure those points are away from you, unless you very specifically, this is the pointed crystal, and if you're pointing it towards yourself, you very specifically want that energy source to come to you. Okay? Think about that. So how you place them around. See this big old thingy I have here? I use it for my work, my other work. But this point is always facing away from me. I have this big old, this guy here. The point is facing away from me. Now, do I have the sheath for this? I don't use it because it's beautiful, but this point is, oh, I need to polish it. This is a proper sword, y'all. This thing weighs quite a bit. I don't know if I showed y'all. This is what Mark got me for a Christmas, as a Christmas gift this year. I had completely forgot. We had gone somewhere and I'd seen it and I absolutely fell in love with it. It's a Fabergé, and I can make sure the point. I do have my atames and my swords and etc. Knives around, but I always make sure the points are away. Even a simple thing like a pair of cutting scissors. This little thing I always have. I never have it pointing at me. Even on my desk when I lay it on the side, I don't lay it so that this point is at me. I lay it this way. I really do. Okay, so let's read. Yes, it is. Thank you, Kimi. Yes, the selenite dagger. I mean, well said, Texas Patriot. I mean, I could have very simply said it's like a sharpened edge, right? But I had to go into a spiel. Okay. Kelly B, there's no need for us to get that technical, honey. Yeah, I agree about the dogs, no basic commands. Yeah. Thank you, Squadron Quetta. It is scary. It is scary. I have some swords here and scabbards. Seriously scary stuff. Seriously scary stuff. Kimmy D, I don't know what she's talking about. I don't know. I printed arrows on t-shirts. What's going on? Is somebody unable to get on the chats? Because today I removed that wait period, right? What's happening? I didn't remove anybody's except Kelly, I think I mentioned it once already. There's a reason why I deleted that message of yours, because I do not want people to misunderstand. So don't repost it, okay? Yeah, Kelly, you're reposting the message that I purposefully deleted. Please don't do that. Okay. What other questions do you all have? Okay. If you all don't have any other questions, then we can get on with this. Oh yeah, the lives are always on my channel, Lucy. They always pop up on my channel. They always, once the live is finished, it automatically gets posted to my channel. I don't hide them. Why should I hide them? There are a couple. I think one I kept it private. Oh my God, I forget which one. The Zoom one, I didn't post it. The Zoom one that I have, because that we were seeing each other's faces and all that for the security of everybody. Yeah, my lives are always posted. We've been having issues with our internet because of all the crazy wind, and we had power outage last night and early in the morning. So I wonder if that's kind of helping. Yeah. Oh my God. Stop. Okay, let's get on with this. See, another thing I want to bring to your attention, y'all. Let me show you, okay? Let me show you. See, sometimes crystals flake. This is so tiny. How do I even show it to you? This is so tiny, y'all. Let me see. Okay. Okay, you see that little thing here? You see that little thing here? Okay, that's actually crystal that flaked off. Okay, so be very careful. You know, you don't want it to get in your eye or anything like that, right? Be careful. Can you please leave? Okay, I saw that. Why is it saying disconnected? Chat is not disconnected, honey. My internet is okay and everything. I'm not disconnecting anything. No, chat is not disconnected. Are we having an issue? I never disconnected the chat. Let me see. Let me post something here. Check. Test. See, it's posting. I'll never disconnect the chat. Why? I mean, maybe some messages I'll kind of blur it, but Yeah, YouTube plays a lot of mischief. I get so mad at them. It's like, it's once they are uploaded. Yeah, sometimes, yes, you're correct. And so now I see what you're saying, Susie Q. So sometimes, like the live we did last night, I tried to go back and watch it this morning to check a couple of chat thingies, and I couldn't see it because the chat, it takes 24 hours for it to load, and then it'll load up. So, okay. See, I don't want to go into this. So let's talk about this. Okay, this could help. So let's talk about immunity and enhancing your immunity and well-being. A lot of us who suffer with autoimmune disease, this is something I'm actually going to be doing. I need a proper paperweight. So here we go. Let's try this guy for a change. Look how pretty this is. Right? It's a fairly big guy. So see, I doesn't matter what shape, when, how, it's not polished, nothing. I just get it. So this is to enhance your immunity and your well-being. So we're going to be using turquoise for this, okay? And again, turquoise, be careful, right? Because turquoise is the most popular stone in Western jewelry, right? But half the time it's not turquoise. They use something else, hematite and this and that and all that, to make it look like turquoise. So again, always be careful and make sure you buy the real thing, okay? If you don't have the real thing, don't even bother. Very simple. So we use, for this, I would say get your 6 turquoise stones, right? And what would really enhance this, what I would do is, if I have turquoise shirt, or if I have a turquoise scarf, or if I have, heck, even if I paint my fingernails turquoise, but yeah, that's being a little, turquoise colored shirt or a scarf or a I don't know, like what, a jacket, a blouse, or whatever. Or if you have a throw in the house, right, a little rug or a throw or whatever. Look what I got. I mean, I can't use this though, but something like this, right? If you have a cape or something that's turquoise in color, throw that on the floor, or on the bed, wherever you're doing this, because this is all about your immunity and enhancing, building up your immune system. So throw it on the bed. Don't use black, please. Put it on your bed, just wear it, whatever. If you don't have anything like this to put it, just wear a shirt. And if you don't have a shirt, don't fret about it. But turquoise, get the crystals. Now when you place them, you place one on your crown chakra, one on either side of the shoulder, one on either side of the hip, and one between your feet. Okay, got it. So 1, 2, 3, hip, okay, that's 5, and 1 at your feet. Okay, both feet, right? Put in the center and lay down there for 15 minutes and just focus on your immune system. Focus on your immune system. Focus on your immune system. This really helps. I have actually started doing it ever since I was diagnosed as having lupus. Now, granted, I didn't have much time to lay there and go into la la land and all that stuff. I literally did it for 15 minutes. I've done it 3 times already. So it should help. Is it going to be instantaneous? I don't know. I can't do that. Let me hold it here. Damn it. Yes. I'm trying to flip through to see what is of very important thingy. So let's talk about security and anger. How do we deal with that, right? Let's talk about security and anger. So when we talk about security, some of us, for whatever reason, I don't know, maybe we're in a tricky situation, we're feeling very insecure, it's like, I'm not sure what's going on, I don't know how to, I'm feeling like really, really insecure, what do I do? So insecurity means you're not grounded, that stability is lacking. So we need to be able to focus and build that stability and ground ourselves, right? So what do we do? So when you find whichever crystal you want to use, there are a multitude of crystals which you can use for the same purpose, right? So pick the crystal that you have that's suitable for security, for grounding, for stability, and three of them. You want three of them. So same thing, lay down, and one you put it on your navel, between your navel and your crotch area. I don't know what else to call it, and one on by either side of your heel, right? And lay down. It forms a nice triangle, right? And then one all the way. Let me draw it for you guys. So this is your navel, right? Feet, and like this, right? This is your navel. Yeah, y'all, I'm not trying to be funny or disrespectful here. I mean, I'm just saying this is your navel and your crotch area, between your navel and your crotch area. One on either side of your feet or your heels, and one right all the way down at the bottom here. You see that? So it almost looks like a triangle. Any which way you look at from the top, it looks like a triangle. From this way also, it looks like a triangle. You get what I'm saying, right? Because this is to ground yourself. So do that. Use whichever crystal there. Like I said, it's not just one crystal for one thing. There are multitude of them. Pick whatever you can get, or what you have, or what you can source, and use it, and do this again. I would always recommend 15 minutes at the very minimum. It'll help stabilize you. It'll help ground you. It'll help you feel less unsteady, okay? More confident, more secure. So that's one thing. Next, let's talk about anger. Use a calming crystal. Like I said, there are multitudes of crystals. Go look online, whichever one suits your convenience. Use a calming crystal. Now, when you do this for your anger, I will use, like, if there's so much of aggression and anger and you're just mad and you're like, oh my God, I need to stop, or this is going to chew me up. So again, pardon my drawings. Don't get mad at me for my drawing, okay? So this is your abdomen. Y'all, forgive me, okay? And this is your belly button. So you place your crystals in a circle like that. Y'all, don't laugh at my drawing, okay? I'm doing my very best. My stick figures suck, but here. Oh my God, people, y'all are going to laugh at me. So this is my rendition of your abdomen, right? And then this is your belly button. Place your crystals around your belly button. You get what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah, I'm going to laugh at my drawings too, and I know I'm going to get some comments about that, but that's fine. So your abdomen, your belly button, place your crystals in a clockwise, it doesn't matter, in a circle around your belly button, and you meditate. That will remove the toxic energy from your body. Okay, so let's talk about general stuff. Think about it. Think about it for a second. Practical common sense knowledge, right? You want to eliminate negative energy, goes out through your feet. Place your crystals appropriately. You want to absorb positive energy, comes in through your crown chakra. Place it on top. You have issues with your digestive system. Place it around your digestive system. You have issues with, your immunity, like I just showed you. Your anger, again, it comes from the core, right? It's from the core. Place it there. You're feeling a little bit sad, your heart chakra, right? Common sense, think about those things. It's not rocket science. Worst case scenario, as I've said, worst case scenario, you don't want to be bothered with all that. Just hold it in your dominant hand. Just hold it in your dominant hand. That's it. Your body is in contact with it. Okay? So that's something to think about. Okay. Any other questions, y'all? Susie, cute girl. Y'all, what can I say, Scout Inquirer? I'm like, my stick figures, oh my goodness. Kelly, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, there are so many fake ones. Turquoise, particularly. Oh my God. It's just crazy, y'all. Crazy. How light? Yes. Yes, you're right. To pass off as turquoise. Yes. And you know, another one, coral, the orangish red coral. I have a pair of earrings. Of course, they're very old earrings. Let me show you. Give me a second. I'm going to bring it for you guys because I want to show you. Oh my goodness, I'm so cold. Crazy. Oh, it got so cold. Holy moly jolies. So these are of course set in gold. Oh my god, I better not ruin this. So, oh, you've seen me wear this, y'all. These are corals. Okay, they are these little earrings. You have to be very careful when you buy coral. You have to be very, very careful because they sell crapola. Now these, again, you know, because you know how we like our jewelry, these are blue sapphire. Oh, come on. Like little grapes. Okay, now this is emerald, but this is faceted. Okay, now I will tell you, y'all, I will tell you, because I understand crystal, I understand gemstones, I understand astrology, I know what I'm doing. There are certain periods where I will not wear blue sapphires. I will not wear the jewelry. There are certain times where I will not wear emerald. There are certain times I will not wear pearl jewelry. This one, it does have a pearl at the bottom. There's some times where I will not wear it. I go through these phases because I know the effects and, you know, the planetary positions, and I just don't wear it. And again, you know, not everybody has that knowledge about astrology and how the gems work and this, that, and the other. And not everybody as psycho as me who gets into it at that level, right? So that's one thing. Okay, let me see. So my stick figures. Yes, it is a full dress. Yes. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. So you know, I have thought about it, y'all. I've thought about it even on my astrology channel. I thought, you know, I'd do a whole video on gemstones, right? So like what star, you know. Okay, so let's back it up. So based on your sun sign, you know, in astrology on the web, they make it very simple. Oh, if you're born between this day and this day, ruby is your birthstone, and pearl is your birthstone, and you know, emerald is your birthstone, and turquoise is your birthstone, and sapphire is your birthstone. And yes, correct, true, based on your birth chart. But as we all know, the planets move. We go through these phases, right? We all know planets are constantly moving. There are some times in your life where the very stone that's supposed to be a birthstone is detrimental to you. So then by just going there and saying, wear this stone, and you wear it at the wrong, you won't know, right? You won't know, because I'm making general statements. It's general. I'm not looking at every single person's chart. You won't know. You'll just say, oh, okay, I'll wear it. And you'll be like, to. We don't even connect the dots. Things may happen that are not necessarily good for you. And we don't even connect it to a piece of jewelry or a piece of gemstone. Because we don't have the knowledge. We don't know about these things. Okay, so I don't just go and make a blanket statement and put it out there, because people, I know, I as an astrologer will know, if you wear it at the wrong time, then your lows will be lower, right? You always want to wear it for, okay. Now, having said that, your question will be, well, Kirtana, does it mean I have to have 86 gemstones in my wardrobe so that, depending on where my chart is, I can wear it and that sort of a stuff? Well, it's not that extreme either. So as you very well know, I do wear this is a yellow sapphire. It hardly ever comes off. But if you all remember, way back when I started this channel, I think for a brief period of time, I was not wearing my this yellow sapphire ring. I was not, because the yellow sapphire is Jupiter, because the Jupiter in my chart was being a little iffy, and by wearing that ring, it's like giving him more power to be iffy. So I was not wearing it. I took it off, and then I started wearing it. Right now, this ring, I changed. I was wearing my mother's ring for some time, and one of the diamonds fell off, and I flipped out, and I found it, but I haven't got it reset. Now, this is again a diamond ring, and this is Saturn, right? Diamond and blue sapphire is Saturn, right? But the reason why I wear it on this finger is because this is like an engagement ring or whatever. Now, there are very specific fingers that you wear specific rings to. Don't, how people go and wear the rings on the thumbs? Absolute no in Vedic astrology and in Sidereal astrology. We never wear rings on our thumbs. You will never see me wear rings on my thumbs. First and foremost, I can't comprehend how that would be comfortable, but we will never wear it. I can go into that spiel later. So there are very specific fingers where you wear very specific stones, and it's not like a thing like, oh, okay, it doesn't matter whether I set it in silver or gold or platinum or whatever. If you're wearing certain gemstones for the purpose of gem therapy based on astrology, you have to have a specific size of stone. Again, that is based on and I don't know why I'm doing astrology here now, but that's based on the planetary positions, the degrees, then the stone has to be that size. Okay, it has to be set in gold or silver or even copper and even steel, okay, and brass. Okay, sometimes they use two metals. So how do we do it? So let's say the main metal is gold, right? Then they'll put a dot of something else, like a little something of, I don't know, platinum or silver or copper, because there has to be that balance. So those things really, really help us, y'all. And keep in mind, it gets very, very complicated. So, but then again, if you're doing it and you have a personal consultation, you tell people, it really, really helps. It really helps. Okay, so let's stop with that. And the reason I went into gems is because it's kind of on the crystal thingy. So, I don't want to muddle y'all and complicate things. So, and they also say, according to Vedic astrology, it's like we have very specific days of the week where we do empower the stones. We call it, what do they call it? Oh my God, I'm losing my language now. It's almost like not initiation, like a cleansing of a crystal. We kind of imprint our DNA type of psychic energy field DNA, not psychic energy DNA on the stone, and then wear it. So for Saturday, if I'm going to prescribe, again, remember, this is not medical, right? I just want to make sure. And by the way, y'all, I just want to tell y'all, this reminds me, this is another thing, black onyx. Do you see it? Black onyx. That is always going to be on this hand, always. I will not put it on this side. Anywho, so let's say we are talking, I am prescribing sapphire to somebody, and it needs to be set in silver or needs to be set in gold. You wear it on your little finger, or you wear it on your this finger, or whichever finger. Then you do it on the hour of Saturn, on the day of Saturn, and particular time of the day, right? On the hour of Saturn, there is a particular process you go through. You use black sesame seeds, not white sesame seeds, sesame oil. You light a lamp, you say your prayers, you, like how we use the incense or something to cleanse it, and then you wear it, right? That is a process. So that's all getting into Vedic astrology and stuff. Vedic astrology is just unbelievable. But I'm not in any way dissing dissing Western astrology. It's just that, modern man, convenience sake, etc. Now, in Vedic astrology also, we use crystals big time, big time. Those chunks of salt and all that stuff. You go to most people who are, who are Hindus, and even some Buddhists, they have those chunks right in front of their door, or they tie it in a black rope and put it on top of the door, where the frame is, in black rope. Sometimes they have it in a red rope. There are reasons why they do all those things. And when we do groundbreaking, for if you're building a home or whatever, or even a construction for a commercial building or whatever, like blessing the land and all, we call it Bhumi Puja. Bhumi basically means earth, and Puja is prayer. So we have specific crystals, specific metals, okay, and specific inscriptions, of course in Sanskrit, where we place in specific spots of the property, north, south, east, west, center, at certain cross angles, etc. We place it in the earth, and that will stay there. That is to protect, to bless the earth. So there's a lot you can do. Because remember, we're talking about energy, right? We're talking about energy. So how do you balance the energy in a particular lot? Now you go look at some homes, for no reason. You will see every 3 years, every 5 years, the property changes hands. Nothing bad, nobody defaulted on the loan, nothing bad happened, but every 3 years, every 5 years, every so many years, people keep changing. Or some homes, for whatever reason, they can never find a tenant. The tenant will come, they'll stay there for 11 months and then they leave. They'll break the contract, break the lease, and they leave. Right? Or there may be homes like I explained the other day, where the energy is so weird that they can never sell that house, they can never do whatever. Of course, some properties are, let's call it 0 degrees of void, so leave that alone. But if you, in these other little incidences that I spoke about, if we balance the energy on that land, because balance the energy in that space, sometimes energy can be a little skewed. How do we balance? We balance it using crystals, we balance it using gemstones, right? And you balance it, and then it's all like, okay, all right, now we're good, everything is, it's like a blood test, everything is normal, now way to go. That's okay. I don't know, am I talking too much? I guarantee I'm talking too much. Thank you. No, I wear mine on my left hand, just as an FYI. Yes. Yeah, I keep forgetting, because when I look, this is right, but when I look, no, I wear mine on my left hand. Oh, really? Wow. What about an apartment, Cecile? Are you talking about balancing energies? And absolutely. See, not everybody, not everybody has owns the land. Not everybody has access to the earth, right? And yeah, if you're living in an apartment complex, and if the property is not your own, you're not going to go do all this thing and put it in the earth and all. When you leave, are you going to take it with you? Right? So once you put it, you leave it. We never take it out. We never do that. So apartment, do it inside the 4 corners of your house, the center of your house. Do it inside your house. Do it inside your apartment. You're renting the property. Do it inside the 4 walls. It doesn't have to be in the earth. Set it in the 4 corners, north, south, east, west, and center. Set it there to balance the energy, right? You can do that, absolutely. Lucy says, don't stop. Wait. Oh, yeah, no, it's my left wrist, honey. I got it. So, Cecil, I hope I'm saying your name right. Oh my, the mail is, oh no, yeah, it's 12:38 and the mail is here already. All right, feng shui, yeah. Let's not get into feng shui. But you know what? Here I have to say, y'all, where you call it feng shui, you call it vastu. Vastu is, feng shui is based on vastu, just so you know. And Buddhism is based on Hinduism. Hinduism came first and then Buddhism came. So, Vastu is very simply balancing of energies and balancing of the five elements. If you go to a traditional, okay, now we're getting into, you guys ready for this? Somebody opened that can of worms. It's all your fault. Okay, are y'all ready for this? Okay, now don't flip out, y'all. This is general knowledge I'm sharing. Okay, sometimes you can't help it. You're forced to live in a particular home for whatever reason, and you can't change the wall, you can't change the window, you can't change this, you can't change that. So the whatever little things you can do in terms of movable objects, you keep it to balance the energy. Can't help it. You got to do what you got to do, right? So when we talk about north, south, east, and west, each direction is one element, right? So you have north, maybe a particular element, east, maybe, I'm not going to get into those details, a particular element, earth, water, wind, fire, air, that sort of a thing. So the southwest is always considered to be Kuber, that is the lord of the house. Okay, that's where the money is, the lord of the house. Okay, whoever the master of the house is, right? He is the one who is the main source of income, the money, the stability, all that sort of thing. Yes, we are going to say he and she because we're talking traditional, so let's not get our knickers in a twist about that. So the lord or master of the house, you will never find, I will not live on a property that let me back up. So when I was wanting to buy this home, right? Even my home in California that I owned, I had a pool, but it was where I wanted it to be. Even this home, we were looking for a house and we were wanting to buy a home with a pool because, hey, Texas, right? There were so many beautiful, beautiful properties we saw, but they were south entrance. I think I drove Mark up the pole with my craziness because he couldn't understand it. First and foremost, he doesn't know these things because this has not ever been introduced in his life. The house is good. It's a nice neighborhood. He always wanted to live in a cul-de-sac. And by the way, I, by default, always lived in a cul-de-sac. Don't know why or don't know how. And he wanted to live in a cul-de-sac. It had to be close to the freeway, on and off ramp. And he wanted a single-story home. I was like, that's not important. For me, the north, the south, the door facing this way, the door facing this way, where's the master bedroom, where's the pool, where's the kitchen? And he was like, it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. I said, no, honey, what you're asking for is irrelevant. What I'm asking for is important. And I drove him up the pole. We saw so many properties and I knocked every one of them down. The one property that I really liked, there was a whole bunch of drama and we didn't get it. Like, I think I touched on it. There was a bit of discrimination. We subsequently found out, and we actually went to seek real estate legal help, and they said you can actually file a complaint. And then Mark was like, you really want to do it? And we said, oh, screw it. Anyway, because I got all riled up, right? And then after I calmed down, I said, it's not worth my time. Just leave it. It was not meant to be mine, so leave it. Even till today, whenever I think about that property, I always said that property should be mine. Maybe someday I will buy it. Who knows? So this property that we bought, I didn't like it. I did not like it. Needless to say, the dressing room, the closets are way too small. Of course, us ladies, is it ever big enough for us? And I did not like it. And he got mad at me. And he had a bit of like he walked off and all that. I'm like, whoa, dude, seriously? You want to do that? And he goes, you're never happy. You're never satisfied, this, that, and all. I said, yeah, this house is okay, but it's not bright. And he goes, what do you mean bright? Just paint, fluorescent paint inside and it'll be fine. I'm like, no. And he goes, what's wrong? I said, the kitchen should have been here. And he kind of about had it. So the kitchen is in the southeast, but not exactly in the southeast. It's a little off center, and that I didn't like. Oh my God. But the selling point for me was, it's single story, and the pool is exactly where it should be, which is fantastic. Okay. So now let's go back to the fact that when you talk about the Kuber, the lord of the house, never have water over there, underground or at ground level. Okay, the reason you don't have water body or like a pool or a water fountain like at floor level, or a well or a tank or a hot tub or anything like that, you never have it at that level on the southwest corner, because whatever your earning ability is, it's going to run off with that water. It won't stay. So wealth will not stay. However, on the other hand, if you have an overhead tank, right? And I'm talking about construction and a completely different level. If you have an overhead tank and that overhead tank is on top of the southwest corner, that's fantastic because the water is going to go down, right? So you're absorbing energy from the top and bringing it into you. It's weird, y'all. You'll probably think I'm cuckoo, but that's how it works. All right. So just go with me. And so then when we talk about fire, kitchen, that should always be on the southeast corner. Okay. So master bedroom on the southwest, kitchen on the southeast corner. If you have a pool, if you have anything like that, technically it should be in the northeast corner, or north second choice, or east third choice. So all these things, there's a reason why they are placed in these particular positions. It's because we want to maximize on the natural flow of energy on your property so that everything is balanced. If you end up having a body of water where the fire is supposed to be, then that's a whole nother bah humbug. If you have an entrance on the south side, that's a whole nother bah humbug. So when you draw y'all got me started on this, right? You know how I like to talk. Oh my goodness. Okay, so do I have another piece of paper? No, I'm just going to use this. So, right? Okay, this is not a perfect square either, y'all. Pardon me. North, south, east, west, right? So when we have this picture, right? North, south, east, west, 4 quadrants, right? So where does a kitchen fall? Kitchen should be in the southeast quadrant. Master bedroom in the southwest quadrant, right? Pool should be in the north, etc. like that. We pay attention to these things. So if you cut the house in quadrants, if this area is the general area it can be in, that sort of a stuff, it really, really helps y'all. And usually the northwest of that, we never have toilets in the north or in the east, and you never have a bathroom, your potty in the southwest corner, absolute southwest corner, never have a potty over there, never. So when we use our guest bedrooms, we want to make a guest bedroom, it's always on the northwest. And if there's anybody in of a young person, marriageable age, you make it that their bedroom, they will be out of the house, like kids bedroom and all that, northwest. Okay. Another thing is this is the weirdest thing, the first choice for kitchen is southeast, the second choice for kitchen is northwest. Now I will tell you this, go check it out. If you see a home where the kitchen is in the northwest, I guarantee the people in the house will be traveling overseas a lot. Check it out, come back and tell me. Very interesting, very, very interesting. And it is science, but of course science will always try to disprove it. Oh no, Kimmy, we did agree. Oh yes, we did agree, and we did buy the home, and yeah, we've been here forever and a day. But I was looking at it from my perspective, like, it's like a doctor, right? A doctor goes in and the doctor is going to look at all those details. And, Mark, not being a doctor of astrology, he's like, I don't understand. It looks nice. It's fine. The price, everything, the roof is good. This checks out. There's no issues with the foundation considering Texas. So that's where it kind of was like, oh my God. And I honestly didn't mind 2-story homes, and and in a way I do appreciate and thank him for that. He was very particular about that. He said, look, we are not spring chicken. This is going to be the last property we buy. This is home. So as we get older, if you have a 2-story home, it's going to get difficult for us to go up and down the stairs, which is a fact. I mean, it is a fact. And so he said, trust me, you will appreciate a 1-story home. And yeah, I do. Damn it, I do. Okay, Kimi, she's taking notes. A lot of notes. Okay. Yes, making. Oh my God. Yeah. Okay. My apartment. No, don't fret, Cecile. Don't fret, don't. That's what I said. See, people then flip out. She goes, my apartment is in deep doo doo. No, you can't help it. Sometimes you're forced to live. See, you didn't know you were totally fine. Now, since I told you, that psychologically it's going to play games on you. So don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to yourself. Don't get your knickers in a twist. I mean, please don't. The best of what you can do, it's balancing. But before I even spoke about Vastu, you were asking me about what happens if you live in an apartment. So you obviously asked that question because you feel there's a little bit disconnect in the flow of energy. So use your crystals, do those little things. The northeast corner of your house, whatever that spot may be, put a little water fountain over there, right? Go get a water fountain, 10, 20, 30 bucks. Oh, I can't afford to spend 30 bucks for a water fountain. Here's the thing. Put a little picture of water over there. Oh, here's the thing. Put a cup of water there and every day change that cup of water. Simple. People, I am telling you, try it. You don't want to spend money on this. You don't want to spend money. Who knows? Kirtana is talking through the wrong orifice. So I don't want to go invest money on that. Very understandable. You're a skeptic. Totally okay. Start with a cup of water. But make sure you change that water every single day. Don't drink out of the water and sit it there. Fresh water, dedicate that little glass or cup or whatever it is. Or even, you have an old bottle, a glass bottle, fill it up with water, stick it over there. A bowl of water, stick it over there. Try that. What are the things, items or objects that remind you of water? Blue, some shells, draw a picture of a fish. Try those simple things which will not cost you anything. Okay? Just try that. All right. Don't worry about it. Okay. That's another thing. Now we are really getting into stuff. Y'all, I'm telling you, y'all. Now we have 60 people clogging up the real estate market. I am so sorry, my bad. Kuba Lake Liz is making me laugh. She goes, she should be very lucky that I don't live next door to her. I would be knocking on her front door, asking more questions. Look, y'all, I have absolutely no problem sharing my knowledge. It's for the benefit of everybody. I'm not going to tell you something that's going to be hurtful because that karma will come back to me. So I will never do that. Trust. So in a way, I'm a little selfish, okay? I will never put out wrong stuff like that, because if I do that and people go and try it and no, I don't want any bad karma. Thank you very much. Ooh, look, Cecile says, I'm not fretting. I've been here 40 years, a few kitchen fires by roommates, but it's okay, sleeping. Okay, I'll address that. I sleep facing east. Okay, I see that. What did she say, honey? Okay. Sleeping north-south is best for polarization. Yeah, see, common sense. So we talk about gravity. We talk about the North Pole and South Pole and positive and negative and all that. So let's talk about in the Hindu culture, okay? And Vedic astrology, actually. So when you sleep, they say the master bedroom, right? As I said, southwest corner, quadrant of the house. So we will never say, I will never sleep with my head in the north direction. So my head, whichever room, if I go to a hotel room and all that stuff, you can't be fussy and picky and, I want my thing. You can't. It's a temporary thing. It's not your property. You don't live there. It's all good. But to the best of my ability, if I can help it, hotels and all, you can't help it. I was going to leave that. But at home, regardless of where my bedroom is, yes, there have been a couple of places where the master bedroom was actually at the southeast corner. Oh my goodness. Let me tell you, y'all, the energy, I was on fire. I was jittery in the sense that always bouncing, full of energy, always like, oh my God, like that fury, fire. And Sagittarius is a fire energy, and Jupiter's go big or go bow. My temper was always there, always like boom, boom, boom. And then I realized, because my bedroom is there, then I had to do what I needed to calm that fiery, fury energy by introducing other calming elements. I couldn't change it. I couldn't say, let me just knock down this wall and make this my bedroom. I couldn't do it. So the best way is to use crystals, to use elements to calm that energy and make it a little bit more balanced, right? So regardless, I will never sleep with my head on the north side. Never. You can sleep with your feet towards your north, right? But not your head towards the north. That's the most important thing. You sleep with your head towards the south, you sleep your head towards the east or west, that's fine. But don't sleep with your head towards the north. So that's one thing I follow. So, okay. I don't. Susie has a question. Which is still on the topic of the day? Okay, which crystals are best for anxiety? So many people and children suffer from this today. Okay, yes, it is because God knows I went off. Third is the charm. My third try. Hold on. So another topic question from Cuba is still on hold. Third is the charm. My third try. Question is, what is the Oh, damn it, girl. Oh, what did I do? Did I lose y'all? No, I did not. There we go. Okay, I don't know what this is, y'all. All of a sudden, hang on, y'all. Let me see. The print became so big. Let me try and zero it down. Oh, thank God. Damn it. Okay. What is the pros and cons of having crystals? I think I have anxiety now. Okay, don't have anxiety. Let me answer which crystals are best for anxiety. I'm going to go straight to it because there's so many. Let me... Why am I not finding it? I thought I just had it. Did I not say it? I thought I did mention it, right? For anxiety or depression, I would say carnelian, smoky quartz, and turquoise. Carnelian, smoky quartz, and turquoise. There's something else here I wanted to y'all. Oh my God. Let me see, this will all get too complicated, then everybody will be up in arms. Okay, actually, let me just do this here. Let me address this question and really quick, and then I'll talk about even though I have never had my bedroom on the... Okay, shoot. What are the pros and cons of having crystals? Okay, let me answer that, and I'll go back to the other lady about anxiety, right? I did say amethyst, I'm sorry, carnelian, and what's the other one I said? Oh, darn it. Hang on. So, the pros and cons of crystals. Crystals, the pros always helps us ground ourselves, enhance, activate certain energies, okay, that will help enable us in balancing our energy fields in our life. Crystals also help in certain issues such as anxiety, depression, issues. It does help because it's all about re-energizing, realigning, balancing all those energies that are related to those aspects of our physical body, mental health, emotional health, and our energy fields. The negative side of crystals is if you are somebody who goes nuts and has all kinds of crystals in your house like me, and happen to also be a medium, okay, and does channeling it, and you yourself are a portal like me, then what happens? Crystal is a source of energy even for the spirit realm. That opens a whole other door. Then you better be prepared in dealing with all that. And if you don't know how to deal with all that, I recommend you eliminate all those crystals. Because when I talk about dealing with that energy, I'm a portal, I know that. Okay? Once that happens, it's very hard to manage it because they feed off of this energy. And it gets very difficult because once the portal is open, it's open to positive and negative. And if you don't know how to manage it, if you don't know when to shut the door, if you don't know how to make sure the screen door is always locked, and just don't blindly leave the doors open, you're in big doo-doo. Okay, so I'm going to go through a big list over here, y'all, but y'all have to be very, very patient with me. I'm going to go through it fast and quick, and set that aside. Okay, let me start with this. Okay, really fast. I got this big list over here. Actinolite, Actinolite. It aligns your solar plexus. It's healing, self-esteem, harmony, and purpose. Adamite. Okay, go look it up. Adamite. Okay, it's for your emotion, clarity, strength, safety, and business acumen. All right, it is an arsenic, so be careful. Agate. Okay, it protects against prosperity, protection, fertility, and good health. Then let's go to alexandrite. Helps with calming yourself, centering yourself. Well, I suppose, who said anxiety? Calming yourself, centering, protection, harmony, joy, and cheer. Okay, again, sacral chakra. Then we go to amazonite. Health, protection, clairvoyance, spirituality. It helps you calm yourself, confidence, vitality. All right, then we go to amber. Health, strength, decisiveness. Okay, if somebody feels that they're a pushover, it helps you make yourself a little bit more decisive, a little bit stand your ground. Oh my God, there's so many of these. I'm going to skip because they're not. Amethyst, protection, concentration, confidence, right? Then let's go to, I'm going to skip some, y'all, because these are not so easily found. Aquamarine, peace, personality, improve your personality if you're particularly at your work environment. Peace, gentleness, friendship, love, awareness, safety. Okay. Now, one thing I'll tell you about aquamarine, it will turn a little bit darker if there's a dishonesty. Crystals will change colors, y'all. Test that. Aragonite, you use it for your sacral chakra. It's power, strength, peace, and calm. I'm going to skip through a lot of these because it's not so freely available. Aventurine, okay, tranquility, peace, equilibrium, and dreams. Okay, if you having a lot of dreams and you want clarity with that, yes. Beryl is for protection. Beryl, safe travel and protection. That's beautiful. If somebody has a job where they travel a lot, use beryl. It's usually a little transparent, and it comes in different colors, but variations, but it's usually transparent. So I'm not, y'all can look this up, y'all. I'm just quickly going through some of this. Carnelian, you know how I feel about carnelian. Cat's eye will help you with your morality, courage, tenacity, resolution to be able to resolve situations, knowledge. Oh my God, so many. Citrine, let's talk about citrine. It helps you calm yourself, concentration. Okay, it helps you with that. Copper, see, copper, again, be careful, because if you look at it from an astrology position, sometimes it's not suitable for you. It helps relieve pain. Why do we wear copper bracelets? Think about that. It helps relieve pain. It helps with your positivity, self-confidence, your ability to make decision. Spinel, calmness. It helps you calm yourself. Stress relief. Anybody overly stressed, spinel is a good one. Sodalite will help you with your creativity. Oh my God. I'm trying to pick the ones that, would make sense to us. Rose quartz, we all know that. Love, peace, healing, harmony, romance, intimacy. Peridot, it's a very good stone for cleansing, changing your awareness, making you more aware, fine tuning your awareness. Pearl is for wisdom, okay? Not the dark pearl, not the gray pearl, the lighter pearl. Okay, you gotta wait, honey. I got things to do. That is my personal phone dinging. Let me see what else I got here. Diamond, of course, as we know, is for love and abundance, yada yada. We all know that. That's why it's an engagement ring, right? The upside, we don't need that. Emerald, harmony, travel, protection, balance, love. In terms of relationships, if you feel like the love is a little bit lost, emerald will help in that. Hematite, if you're overly hematite is weird. So if you are lacking zest for life, hematite will help you get back that zest for life. And then again, if you get overly anxious, it kind of helps you kind of calm down. Garnet, for wisdom, enlightenment, to being constructive. If you have a lot of time on your hands and you don't know what to do, helps you get constructive. Jasper, power, health, well-being. Lapis lazuli, I have a pair of earrings. I love that stone. It's to fine-tune your intuition. I'm trying to think what else I got here, because there's so many over here, y'all, that I can't. Ruby, we did go through. Sapphire, we did go through. Selenite, we all know, right? Transformation, enlightenment, clarity, polarity, protection. So-called witches always have selenite, and I must be a witch because I have a selenite sword and I have this stack of selenite here. Right? Tiger's eye, we went through that. Y'all, there's so much. Star sapphire, this is a little rare. It helps protect yourself against negative energy in terms of literally possession, like exorcism and all that. Star sapphire. It's blue. It's a smoky, milky blue. It has a gradation, and then it literally have the burst of a star on top. That stone, I know. I take it with me when I go on, I don't want to use the word ghost hunting, but when I go on these things where cleansing homes and that sort of stuff, I take that with me because I'm like, yeah, I don't want anybody coming back home with me. So anywho, let's see, what else do we go? Wait a second, what are we talking about? Araceli, any advice for an ivory elephant? Yeah, the advice is don't ever buy it. Third is the charm. My third try question is, what is the pros and cons? I answered that. Hang on one second. Somebody's talking about my favorite stone is called labradorite. Why did you buy it though, Sandra? Labradorite. Why did you buy it? Like, what drew you to it? What drew you to you? Ask yourself that question. So let me address Diva 369. Like I said earlier, Diva, when you make statements like is recommended highly for anxiety and insomnia, highly by whom? What's the source of that? That's the first thing. Secondly, I said this numerous times. It's not just one stone is usable for one particular thing. You have multiple gemstones, multiple crystals that can help with certain things. So you know what I'm saying. So please, and some of them, people automatically like lepidolite and all that stuff. They are not the things that are on the mainstream realm, if you will. So by putting all that over here, we are going to confuse people. So let's tone that down a little bit, shall we? Let's focus on what is freely available. Okay, if you have the time and energy to go hunting for the one odd one that's not so freely available, have at it. Me, I'm the kind of a person, what is available, what is the best use I can get out of it. If I absolutely certainly want that one particular stone or crystal and I go get it, but for some reason that's not a good match for me, even though it may say it's going to help with A, B, and C. When I buy it because I want it to help me with A, B, and C, but for some reason there's no connectivity and it's not helping me, then what do I do with it, right? So okay. Cooper Lakeland, did we answer your question, or did we just? She says thank you everybody, and so I don't know what transpired over there. I might have missed something. Yeah, crystals will change color, y'all. It will. It will. That's why you constantly do your purification, because it absorbs, right? And then once it absorbs, where is it going to go? That's why you put it in the earth. So it dissipates under the moonlight. Absolutely, it does. The Texas Patriot has posted a place where you can go buy. She says she buys from there. I have never bought from there. So, there are n number of retailers, right? Some good ones and some bad ones. So, next up, portholes. Yeah. Wait. Somebody just made it. I missed it. Sandra, hi. Labradorite stone. Yeah, she did ask, right? Let me see. Just, oh my god, for real. See, I'm going to say labradorite is pretty similar to a moonstone even. Why the heck is this giving me so much trouble? I don't want to. Yeah, oh my goodness. People are trying to sell all the time. It's very similar to a moonstone. I would use moonstone for emotions, centering your emotions, and also to build your immunity. And I would say labradorite is pretty similar to that. So if that's what you're looking at, if you feel that that is something that you are wanting to do in terms of your balancing emotions as well as your immunity, then go for it. I mean, you don't know until you try. Oh, she inherited the elephant? Yeah. And it's made out of ivory? Oh, wow. Must be awesome. Must be really expensive. We never use ivory for very rarely will you see people who are into Vedic astrology and all that stuff use a shark tooth or a tiger's nail, supposedly tiger's nail, or a bear claw, or a tusk or whatever. Very rarely. Very, very rarely. Very rarely. So let's not all jump on the bandwagon here and bite her head off. I mean, she said she was gifted, so it's not like she went and killed it. She didn't know she was gifted. She got it, and so yeah, I wouldn't do that though. But there is no. It symbolizes strength, but I will tell you that way back when in the good old days, they used to get elephant hair from the tail of the elephant, and there's only one way that you can actually do it. When the elephant has had a bath and in the water it's soft, you get the hair from the tail, and they would set it in gold rings and they wear it. I have a ring like that. Now, I don't wear it. I inherited it. It's actually from my great grandmother, believe it or not. It's like a band like this. It's got two strands of elephant hair on it. So they used to use it for strength and vitality and all that stuff. So I don't wear it though. I'm not going to throw it away because it's, my great grandmom's. Now, can I go back and be mad at her for doing it? I don't know what their beliefs were those days. So I'm not going to hold it against her, but I just won't wear the ring. I'm not going to throw it away. I'm not going to melt it and discard it. I'm going to keep it as a souvenir, but I won't wear it. So, so you're taking medication for your tumor and your thyroid, and you're still doing the crystal energy. Okay. Yeah, she can't. She was just asking a question. Okay. Okay. But you don't know, no, Sherilyn. We can't just assume that the ivory elephant that she has came from a poached animal. We can't just blindly assume it. There is a chance that the animal died of natural causes and then they did something with it. That's also a possibility, right? So we don't know. So there's no point in getting Annika's. And oh, somebody's having a. Hang on, I heard somebody cough. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Bernie, you okay? What's going on there? What is going on? Are you going to go up? You better not go. What do you need? Come here. Go outside and do it. Come on, go outside. Oh, baby, it is so cold. Holy moly, y'all. I am so sorry about that, everybody. I'm alone at home and I thought I heard Bernie make like he was going to throw up or something, so I just let him out at the back. Although I don't know what he could have eaten. That okay, so wait. What? Wait, who's? Nobody's getting upset. So, Pamela, yes, it is horrible. But yeah, okay. Okay, we know that. I don't harbor no. Okay, great. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I mean, nobody is accusing anybody of anything, but yeah. No, listen, nobody. No, I mean, unfortunately, they are being poached big time worldwide, right? So, yeah. Okay, what other questions do we have, y'all? He's okay. He's probably just because here's a problem with him. Here's a problem with him. He's a fairly good boy. He doesn't counter surf unless he sees his favorite foods on the counter. Like, who was I sharing that the other day? So you keep Mark likes bread. He eats bread all the time. So I like the taste of Hawaiian bun, not the bread. So he got Hawaiian bread and Hawaiian bun. And guess which one our wonderful boy over here went for? He left the bread alone and he had the bun. And I was so mad, even though I'm not supposed to eat it. I wanted a piece of it because, oh, it's so good. So there are some things like that. If you leave it on the counter, he'll go for it. But other than that, he doesn't necessarily counter surf. He won't. So, I don't know. And also it's like, oh my God, I have never had a treat all my life. Oh my God, mom just gave me a treat. Glug. It's like, damn it, dog, can you just chew it? They all act like they never get treats. They always act like they never get to go out on a walk. And oh my God. And then, with them getting older, these dogs. Okay. Wait. Oh, that's a pretty good store then. I haven't bought from there, so I could tell you. Okay. Oh, where to place the elephant? Duh, Araceli, my bad. I didn't even. Dang, where to place the elephant? Some people say to have it facing a door. Okay. Duh. So, okay. All right. Take a deep breath. Now we understand. Now we can address it. So, it symbolizes strength, right? So, one thing I will tell you, if it were me, and I have either a wooden carved thing of an elephant or whatever, I always make sure that the trunk is up. The trunk is not curled this way, and touching the ground. The trunk is always up. Okay? Have it facing, so if anybody's coming into the house, the first thing they see is the elephant facing them, right? So that is to show that it's there's strength, there's power in this house, you better watch yourself. That is usually the symbolism of it. But again, the trunk is always going to be up, not touching the ground. That's how I do it. So I hope that answered your question. Okay, fine. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, sometimes this boy, he's such a little, I'm going to say it, he's a little shit. He is. Man-made crystals like opalite. I would never use lab-made crystals. I wouldn't. Is there a significance in wearing a ring on your ring finger? Yes. Asked about man-made crystals, like I would never. Yes, Texas. I think I just answered. Thank you. I wouldn't wear anything that's made in a laboratory. Crystals, gemstones. No. It's got to be the real thing or not. Like this, for example. There is a lot. Oh, bunny hair! How fun! So there is a. This is a very standard, unique. Standard pattern. 2, 4, 6, 7, and then you have your 8. See this pointed thing, right? This is standard. You'll find this in on Amazon all day long, every day long. This is a standard pattern. Okay. Ow. So. This is a particular chakra that most people who follow Hinduism or Vedic astrology, we always have this, okay? I won't get into the details of it. And so this is clear quartz set in silver. You find the same pattern on Amazon, but trust me, it's not silver, okay? This has been made. I've had it for a long time. I actually had it made in India, and it has been blessed, and it's awesome. And I've noticed sometimes the color will change on it. And of course, even the silver, sometimes it oxidizes. So I have to take a cloth to polish it. And then I do my cleansing routine and I put it back. So you have people selling things like this that come out of a laboratory. I wouldn't buy it. I just wouldn't buy it. I hope that answered. So somebody had another question and I said, to attract money to the home. Yes. I hope I answered your question, Astrology. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Well, here's the thing, Pauline. America says the left hand ring finger, okay? But Europe, we do believe it's a right hand ring finger that goes straight to the heart. The whatever. So it depends, right? There are reasons why you wear, the Western world believes it's a left ring finger that is straight away connected to your heart, therefore it's love. And then you know, the mound of Venus, mound of Saturn, mound of, Mars, all those things, mound of the moon. So based upon that, then you wear the ring on that particular, finger, etc. So having said that, the European world, for them, the right hand ring finger is the one that's connected to the heart, right? So then now we are getting into palmistries, because yes, you see all the mounds here, appropriate to the reason why you wear that. If it's a mound of Saturn, mound of Jupiter, Mars, the moon, etc., right? Whether it's the ring finger or the index finger, it depends. What is the mound over there? So pertaining to that. Did I answer the question? I don't know. Okay, now we are lost. We're talking about ring fingers and then we went to middle index fingers. So let me answer that question. Wherever the mounds are, what mound is over here? Is it the Venus? Is it Saturn? Is it Mars? Is it Mercury? Is it the moon? So based upon that, you wear rings for that, because you're intensifying the energy and the streams to your body and connecting to your heart. That's as simple. I'm not getting into palmistry now. I am not. So that's the simplest way. That's why you wear rings on particular fingers for particular reasons. But we don't wear this. Let me let him in because I can hear him over there. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I'm going to quickly let him in. Normally do. I'm not coming outside, it's too cold right now. Oh my goodness. I don't know what he went out and didn't he? A dog. Oh, this is so nice. Thank you. Texas Patriot. I love it. I love my little bag, my cape slash blankie. And it's so soft. Ooh. Okay. Y'all, it is so cold outside. It is ridiculous. And that wind, I want to check the temperature though. Hang on. 38 degrees right now where I'm at. Are you kidding me? I'm going to be perpetually frozen. Okay. For the rings and all that stuff, we can do a class on that. We can do it sometime. Sherilyn says, I don't mean to eavesdrop. We are all eavesdropping on everybody. Hey, the comment section doesn't give us a choice, does it? Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Arachari. I didn't even understand what you were saying in the first place, and then after you repost, I was like, duh. Oh my goodness. This is funny. All right, what are the questions y'all have for me, y'all? Do y'all want any more information or see, one thing I'll tell you, please go and research online. Please go and research online. But again, be very careful when you're handling crystals because sometimes they chip, they flake, they break. You don't want it in your eye. You know that can be a problem, right? So be very careful how you handle it. Some crystals are not meant to come in contact with water. Please, please, please be aware of it. Some crystals are not meant to come in contact with other crystals or with salt because it deteriorates. Be cognizant about that. Do not wash your crystals. I don't wash any of my crystals regardless of whether it's compatible with water or not. I do not wash it. Okay, so when you want to cleanse it, you don't have a bowl of rice, excuse me, you don't have this, you don't have that, no problem. Just put it on a glass plate, set it by your windowsill. And those of you who are a little bit more adventurous, go dig a little hole in the earth in your backyard, put it over there, leave it on a full moon. Some people leave it for a whole cycle. Sometimes I leave it for a whole month. So like I put it on a full moon and take it out on a full moon. Sometimes I just leave it on that couple of days, right? The 1, 2, and 3 days, the most intense. One day, and the full moon day. I leave it over there. It depends on how bad I need it. Am I doing any work? Do I need to utilize this or not? Sometimes I even forget. I have those little flags. I stick them so I know where to go back and dig. And again, like I said, be careful that your pets are not peeing and pooing on it and people are not spitting on it or whatever, that sort of stuff. So those are basic common sense things. When you're buying crystals, please, please, please buy the real thing or don't even bother. Me personally, I wouldn't. If I cannot buy the real thing, I won't bother. I do not need anything that's made in a lab. You're buying this because it's coming from the earth, right? And because there's a reason for that. Why in God's world do you want to go buy something from the lab and come home and say, oh, this is my crystal? I wouldn't. Secondly, try and get it from a good source. And third, there are 101 things you can use crystals for. There are multiple of crystals that you can use for the same thing. So see what's available to you. Sometimes you may have a ABC issue and crystal number C is apparently good for this. You may go and seek that crystal out, bring it home. It may not work for that. So maybe that crystal is not compatible with you. So you'll have to sometimes experiment, right? And play around with that. So again, be very careful. I wouldn't go and buy a second-hand crystal. If somebody says, I have this crystal, I don't know what to do with it, here you can take it. Or estate sales and all that stuff, right? Unless you know what you're doing and you know how to really cleanse, because crystals do absorb energy. They will change color. Absolutely. So be very careful about these things. And secondly, there's no particular size for crystals, not like gemstones based on astrology. There is no particular size. Oh, it has to be like 3 ounces or it has to be 4 inches taller or this or that. There's nothing like that. Do I really care for, the polished ones? If it's so, this was a gift by one of you guys subscribers, and I so appreciate. I haven't seen her though for a while. I need to email her and find out how she's doing. I did a reading for her, and this wasn't, I wasn't expecting it. This was in the little package, so that's a thing. And this one, of course, I saw it, I loved it, it's polished, I bought it, I didn't even care. I didn't seek out one that was polished. It so happened to be, and I was like, okay, I'll take it. So that's me. Then the ones that are pointed and all that, those are energy generators. Some of them are not compatible with some others. So again, be cognizant about those things if you're doing crystal work. And what else did I want to say? Pointed edges, always face them away from you unless you very particularly are pointing that edge towards you because you want to draw something, and you better know what you're doing. So I'm just saying. Okay? Okay. Whew, all right. So now, what are the questions? Yes, Hawaiian rolls, girl. He won't eat the bread, the little shit. Pardon my language, but I can't find any other word for him. He'll eat the buns though. Crazy guy. Oh, wow. What? Persephone says, what a beautiful resting place. I figured people may want to know this and what. I miss Persephone. I don't know if that is right though. What? Persephone takes me up. Buried mine in my sunflower garden. Yeah, that's so nice. Oh my God. Minus 21 degrees in Montreal, girl. T-shirt weather. Get out of here. Oh my goodness. Oh, crazy. Oh my God. See, I don't mind if it's cold, but dang it, not a flake of snow. What the hey? So I feel like it's wasted cold weather if it's not going to snow, right? Oh my God, Bug, you're cracking me up. You're just okay. I'll answer Texas Patriots thing. Yenabug, I'm going to give you a really tongue-in-cheek answer. Yenabug says, what crystal helps you get in the mood to clean? You don't need a crystal. You just need the witch's broom, and you ride around on it, and the house gets cleaned. Okay? Okay, so Patriot says, what happens and what you should do? If a crystal breaks, I don't ever use it. I don't glue it back together. I don't stick it back together. I don't care how expensive it is. I go bury it in the backyard and forget about it. And it has happened. That's why you handle it with care. And sometimes there is a reason why it happened. Okay, let me go back into a little bit of a thing. Remember I said there was a period of time when I had a lot of activity in my house. There were particular crystals that would just push perfectly fine. Just crack. And I could hear it crack. Like that noise. Like we'd be sitting and watching TV and boom, it cracks. So it happened once. Okay, the temperature. Okay, the quality of the crystal. Okay, the quarry it came from. Okay, it was faulty. There was an air bubble inside. There was a crack already inside, and there was a fissure inside. All right. All the excuses. But when it happens randomly, and not just 1 or 2 times, 3, 4 times, and nice crystals that I paid good money from, there's a reason why. So those, I took it. Bury it in the backyard. Don't touch it. Don't dig them up. I don't care. Just done with it. I don't throw them out, but I bury them and forget about it. Rain on South Jersey goes, oh, really? I wish it would snow here. Any other questions, y'all? Or are we going to call it a 10-4? Something else I wanted to share over here. Let me get that. Let me see. That is not it. Okay, let's talk about this. Interesting. I wanted to touch on it, but see, that's the thing. So when we talk about addictions, let's talk about addictions, okay? Northern California. Oh, I'm so jealous. Okay. My pleasure. So let's talk about this. This is very, very interesting, y'all. When we talk about, is it true we shouldn't wear a ring on the middle finger? I thought I just answered that question, but absolutely you can wear a ring on your middle finger, but depends on what ring and what stone is it and what is it for. Okay. So let's talk about addiction. 5 smoky quartz, 16 calcite, or aragonite or chalk. Okay, so here's what you do. I'm going to draw this one out because I'm going to draw this one out. Okay, so this is the body, right? Right? You do this, your shoulders, right? Okay, and then you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so you get 5 smoky quartz and 16 calcite or aragonite chalk. So you see this little, my beautiful, beautiful stick figure. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. So you see I've got 5 squares. You see those squares? Those will be where your smoky quartz are going to lay. So 1 on top of your crown chakra, 1 on each shoulder, 2 by your feet. Okay, yeah, the shoulders are sloping on this stick figure. What can I say? Now you see the circles? 16 circles, right? 1 on each side of the ear. Okay, you have 1 on each side beside your shoulder squares, 1 by the palm of your hands, and the rest going all the way down. This is something fantastic that really, really helps. Really helps. So you can use chalk, right? Because it absorbs that negativity. Okay, this is going to absorb all the negativity and the addictions. This really helps people. This actually, I can tell you it helps. It gives you the energy also to cut your ties with addictions, whatever your addiction may be it alcohol, be it shopping, be it a cup of coffee in the morning, be it food, be it whatever. So that's interesting. See, we can get into it to such a depth, but it keeps going crazy. Cheapest fuel out there. Where is the cheapest fuel? Girl, what are you talking about? Cheapest fuel? Where? Tell me, I'll go tank up right now. Yes, I said chalk. Now, the writing chalk, the white chalk, that's chalk, right? You get in the thing, don't go and get the colored ones, get chalk, regular chalk. Or if you go to whatever those stores are, they sell you little dumplings of chalk, like little cubes or something like this of chalk. You can use that too because it absorbs. Shaker Hollow says, is there a stone that makes a person more energetic to get things done? I did mention it in the, go look at the, we've already addressed that. Go watch it. You'll see energizing, gets you out of a funky situation, mindset. Just white chalk, just regular chalk. Don't use any colored stuff. Okay, what other questions do we have, y'all, or can we call it a 10-4? So, going all the way back, Texas Patriot says, I really want to know more about what fingers to wear rings on and why, etc. So, like I said, Texas Patriot, that's a very good question. But that is going into astrology and going into, like, I'm not going to blindly make a statement, because what if I say Texas Patriot, and by the way, don't, this is not advice. If I say Texas Patriot, go wear I don't know, let's say an emerald ring on your middle finger, and if I tell somebody, it may work for you, but if I go tell somebody else wear an emerald ring on your middle finger, it may completely crash and burn them. You know what I mean? So that's only going to be on personal astrology consultations. I will not just throw it blindly out there. So, Kelly B, you're confused as to why we wear your wedding ring on your ring finger that's closest to the heartline. But that's why you wear your wedding ring on your ring finger, because it is closest to your heartline. I'm confused as to why I don't know. You seem a bit confused there. I don't know. Patty says, everyone, I need a nap after last night's live. Oh, we had feathers fly, didn't we? But it's all good. Life is good. Moving on. No, I'm not going to talk about charcoal. No, I'm not. Patty is leaving. She's going to go take a nap. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. So we will discuss a little something else. Okay. This is, again, we're not going to talk about gemstones, but we're going to talk about the various metals that we use and for what. So when we go and we look at what is your ruling planet, are you a Leo ruled by the sun, are you a Cancer ruled by the moon, etc., etc., right? This is general. I am not, please don't go blindly, oh, I'm a Cancerian, and so I'm just going to get a pearl and I'm going to wear it. Look, pearls are different. Cultured pearl, natural freshwater pearls, saltwater pearls. Is it a pink pearl? Is it a white pearl? What size is the pearl? Please, 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 I'm not giving you advice. So for some people, yes, the pearl has to be set in gold. For some people, silver only. Some people can wear grey pearl. Some people have to wear the white pearl or the light colored pearl, right? So we talk about metals, right? We talk about silver, gold, platinum, brass, copper, steel, iron, right? We talk about all these. And when we look at our land, we want, like I said, remember earlier, and this is just general, we want to make sure there is a balance of all the elements, right? All the elements. There is a balance. So there are certain areas. Remember, I drew that quadrant thingy, which I don't know where it is, right? If you just to make things, remember I drew this quadrant, right? North, south, east, west. So the direction, which direction is for this planet, which direction is for that planet, based on that the elements will be, or the metals also will be placed in the earth. It's all about balancing that. Now I will tell you all, how many people can say, I own the piece of land, I bought the land, and I built the home from scratch? Usually that's not how it's done in America, right? You give it to a builder, and they'll come and build it. So you give them the project and they do it. Or a developer has developed that particular neighborhood, you go buy that. And after you buy it is where you can get in and do all those things. Now, before they start building, if you say, yeah, you can, I'm sure some people will do it. They go and say, I'm getting a feng shui expert, or I'm getting a vastu expert, or I have my little thingy, I have to put this here and that there and this here and this there. Most often the contractor will probably flip out. Oh my God, what is she putting in the earth over there? Tomorrow something happens, she's going to come back and sue me for faulty constructions and all that. Usually they all go up in arms. Little do they realize that whatever you're putting in the earth is not going to affect the quality of the construction. It's just elements you're putting in the earth. You're literally taking a little piece of iron ore or steel or whatever and sticking it in the earth. It's not going to affect anything else, right? So people kind of are automatically they get the hackles up because they don't understand what we are doing. So when you in your home have these elements to kind of balance your environment or balance that, and people come and say, oh, what is this and why is that? First and foremost, please let them know not to touch your things. Okay, because you have done whatever initiation, you have cleansed it, you have done the process, meditated, prayed over it, and you have set it there for a reason. You don't want some ding-dong, ding-along to come there and pick it up and do all these. I don't let people touch my crystals around the house. Dusting it and all that, I do it. I don't let anybody else do it. I just don't. It's like, don't, because I don't want that your energy to be imprinted on it. So be very conscious about these things, okay? It's beautiful. Yeah, people, you have a beautiful piece of crystal and, all that stuff. And people, oh my God, it's so... No. Me, there's no politeness. Directly, I'll tell you, please don't touch it. Straight up. I don't care. This is my home. Don't touch it. End of story. So I don't know how blunt you are. Are you as blunt as me or whatever, oh, just be careful with it. No, do not touch it, yo. Get your stinky fingers off of it. So be very conscious about those things. See, when we invite people into our homes, right, or people come into our homes, you do not know what energy they're bringing into your house. Does that mean we all have to get paranoid? Who's texting me? Oh, does that mean we all have to get paranoid and say, oh, everybody coming to our house has got negative energy? No, let's not go crazy that way. But we don't know, right? So when they come into our house and they don't necessarily have a good energy and they're touching all these things, oh, no. So be careful about all those things. Also, when you wear these rings, like I said, your specific rings or whatever it is, you take it out when you go for a shower and then you put it on and all. Of course, when you wear pearls, you don't ever go and have a hot water shower with your pearl because it's soft. It's really soft, right? So you got to be careful. So all these things, and then you have to be cognizant about these things. And so when you wear a pearl, which is a ring, then, and it's specifically based on your astrology or your chart, we recommend once you put it on, you don't take it out. Because if you take it out, then when you go back to put it on, you have to go through the whole process and find the right date and the time and the hour to put it back on. Now, one thing I will tell you. Let me just show you this. If I can get this ring off my finger, or any ring actually for that matter. So when we do these rings with the gemstones, when you set your jewelry, it's called an open setting or a closed setting. An open setting means there is no metal at the back of the stone. Right? There is no metal at the back of the stone. A closed setting means the back of the stone will... You see that? You see that? The back of the stone will have that metal right there. This has no... By the way, this ring is just I don't know what ring it is. Let me just show it to you all. It's just like a leaf pattern kind of a thing. So the back of it, I'm just using this, right? So let's say... You see the back inside of the ring? So if it is a closed setting, the metal will touch your finger. If it's an open setting, then the stone will touch your finger. The gemstone will be touching your finger. So there's a reason why we do that. Because you want it to come in contact with your skin. So that's why you use an open setting. But if it is a closed setting, then you have another metal that's blocking that contact. So what's the point? Right? So all those factors need to be considered. And I'm so sorry, y'all. Somebody is desperately trying to reach me. And this is on my personal phone. Let me take a quick look at it. I do apologize. I got like 6 messages. Okay. That's fine. Okay. Sorry about that. All right. So, oh, Sherilyn, thank you so much. Thank you. Oh my God. Let's stop, y'all, because we all want to take some time and go and what happened? She goes, sorry, I was in class. Oh, thank you. You're fast becoming my excuse for not getting my chores done on time. Oh my God. Okay. All right. Let's got it. Actually, thank you. Oh my God. Thank you for your contributions, y'all. Thank you for just being here and being part of the real family. Really, that means so much to me. Y'all know it. What happened to my webcam? Did it just die on me? Oh my goodness. Yeah, it died on me, y'all. Okay. Okay. So I'm out of juice. Let's just call it. Can y'all hear me, y'all? Can y'all at least hear me? Oh my goodness. Okay. My camera died on me. Yeah. So I think you can hear me, right? Can you hear me? All right, y'all. Sorry, y'all. For have a great weekend and thank all of you. Blessed be the real family. Thank you to everybody. Can you all hear me at least? If you can hear me, at least give me a thumbs up. Can you all hear me at least? No. Okay, great. Okay. So yeah, y'all. Rather than go and change the battery and all, I'm sure I'm going to drop it all over again. So I figured, yeah. So thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so very much for being here, the real family. Thank you, Texas Patriot. I do appreciate every one of you for being here, for your contributions, for your comments, for the insights. You're expressing yourselves. Your experiences. That's just so awesome. So thank you, Pamela, Susan, Arte, Cecile, Lucy, Persephone, Texas Patriot, Sherilyn, Araceli, Pauline, Gypsy Girl, Sherilyn Schaffner. Wait, who else? Of course I'm missing. Yinabug, Pamela Strutman. So let's see, Roma, Barbara, Shaker Hollow. Oh my God, I'm sure I'm missing a lot of people. So thank you so much. And y'all, I just wanted to give y'all a heads up, like from Monday onwards, y'all will see, all, remember I discussed this on the last live, like the Manic Mondays, Tricky Tuesdays, Wicked Wednesdays. I'm lighting up my videos. So from Monday onwards, y'all will see a whole lot of them. Oh, Julius, really? Curious about my crystals. Bug says, thanks, I'm going to go look for that broom. Oh my God, that's funnier than heck. Shoot. Oh my goodness, crazy. Aren't we a really crazy, awesome bunch? I love it. Scout Inquirer, thank you. Okay, so Manic Mondays, Tricky Tuesdays, Wicked Wednesdays, Thriller Thursdays, Fright Night Fridays, Salacious Saturdays, and Sinful Sundays. So I am going to lining them up. And I am also going to be recording for the next week ahead, tarot as well as astrology. So all that's going to be up also on the I don't know why I keep using the word also on the channels. And yeah, look out for these every day of the week, the little videos. It's going to be fun. I'm going to try and keep it at 45 minutes just so it doesn't get too draggy, unless you know then if I feel like there's more information, maybe I'll do a part 2 type of thing, just so that y'all don't get bored, and not every video has to be 3 hours long, right? Okay. All right, y'all. 10:04. I'm out of here. 10:04. All right. Bye, Tammy Melton. End stream. There we go. End it. Okay.